because I never saw
Really?
Skeeter.
Oh, that's something we can talk about.
Damn. Or Mulan.
Oh, I didn't watch that one.
You didn't watch it?
We're so out of touch now.
What about The Boys season 2?
I didn't watch
Oh
the
yeah, you
first
haven't seen the
season,
first
so-
season. Yeah. It looks great. Yeah, you guys.
Let's just all talk about shit that we have seen, even though no one else has seen.
That's fine.
Let's
Yeah,
just-
I'm gonna spoil the
Whatever.
shit out of Mandalorian.
I mean
for you.
that sarcastically. Like you can just spoil season 1 of The Boys. You could talk about
I'm okay with that. Talk about Irishman.
ruin it for us.
Oh, okay, no, I want to start with this. They're gonna make a live-action Aladdin with that guy.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And
How
people are
fucking
pissed.
dumb is that?
Yeah, it's a Disney Plus TV.
Oh,
or,
yeah, I don't
or
care
it's a
what
Disney
it is.
Plus movie,
Why would
right?
you do that?
Yeah,
it was
no, I
so
don't know.
stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's because
that
they're
guy,
going to
whatever that was.
They're going to seriously.
Have you seen how it's pissing people off? Because the guy that
He's
played
white.
Aladdin claims that he can't get an audition.
You want to know why I can't get an audition? Because he was fucking awful. He was awful,
But everyone's
awful.
pandering, and it's like, so the white guy in the movie gets a movie.
Because he's funny.
Shut
He's a
up.
good actor. That guy
It
was
was
a funny,
funny.
good actor. I mean, he was
Yeah.
awful in Aladdin, but he's a decent actor.
It's just
Dude,
classic
the guy
and typical.
the guy that played Aladdin was so fucking bad. He was so bad. What? I was like,
I-
oh my.
I honestly, I didn't think.
I
it was
didn't
that
think
bad.
it was horrible.
I didn't think.
Sucked.
Yeah, I didn't think he was terrible, but I wasn't like watching him being like, oh yeah, he's a good actor. I was like,
Yeah.
I guess I didn't really care about him
Yeah.
in the movie, but
I thought he was so bad.
You know my favorite
he's in.
parts?
He's also in. I just watched the season 2 of Jack Ryan on Amazon. He's in that as well.
Is he a terrorist?
No, he's one of the buddy guy. Oh, actually, now that
Typical white guy.
I think about it, I think he's only in the first season. I don't even think he was in the second season. Now that I think about
Because
it,
he was so bad.
yeah, probably.
Get
but
him the fuck out of here.
but he's like one of the CIA, like one of his coworkers or whatever. Anyways,
I could be mistaken, but I think he was also in the 50 Shades of Grey movies,
Oh,
2 and 3.
okay.
He played a jealous boss, and
Oh,
Did he fuck?
Did he? He was so little.
what?
He's such a little guy. I mean, he's not very intimidating.
Exactly.
Jealous boss,
He's
like,
got that little.
okay, boss.
He's got a crush on the girl, and
Succession. That's another one you gotta add to your list.
Oh, I haven't
yeah.
watched
That's
it yet
another
either.
one that you need to watch. Holy shit!
yes, and claws.
Does WandaVision like take place in like the 80s or something? I'm so confused.
Yeah, so I guess it's an alternate timeline,
Ugh.
is what it sounds like.
Why though?
Never mind.
Yeah, it's an alternate reality, an alternate universe where they've had this 1980s version of their life. From what I've read, I don't know if that's
That's
true or
stupid.
But they said that has something to do with the next Doctor Strange.
yeah, because
So they must be
because
introducing
the
the
multiverse.
the multiverse,
Multiverse.
of madness, and they're gonna be like pulling from all these different random universes. I really think Spider-Man is gonna be playing to a big part of this too, and that's why he's getting one more movie, and then he's gonna go on his other universe with Sony afterwards.
Venom.
Yeah, with Venom and all that crap. Yeah, all like the Jared Leto bad guy. What's his name? Morbius.
Morbius.
Yeah, all that crap. So.
One thing I really have wanted to talk to you guys about is this whole thing of where some guy's making James Dean the main character in his new movie.
Oh, yeah.
Right. The computer animated.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, CGI.
Are you guys as disgusted as I am about that?
Yeah. So
I feel like people aren't nearly as disgusted as they should be about
yeah,
this.
well, and the fact that the
Fucking
director
nuts.
came out and was like, I didn't think it was like a big deal
Yeah.
at all.
And he
Like,
said
why-
they're gonna
do it. I don't really know why everyone's so
Yeah, why
freaked
is
out.
everybody freaking out
And he
about?
said they had approval from the family. But even then, it
Did
is
he?
fucking.
It's not
weird.
approval from the family. They own the rights to his likeness. There's some contract that he's part of that they have the rights to any digital recreation of him and like a bunch of other actors.
This kind of goes
Because they
back.
signed it back because they never thought that would be a real thing,
Right.
probably.
But it goes back to Zemeckis when like Beowulf and Christmas Carol came out because he was doing this capture image technology.
Right.
But the actors
wanted-
weren't there though.
I know, but he wanted to bring Monroe back, Sinatra back, and he got backlash, and it kind of
Fuck
never
yeah.
happened.
This whole thing's getting like no backlash. And another thing that's just like disturbing to me is the guy that's doing it is a fucking no-name director that's never made anything, has no credentials and nothing to back him up. It's like maybe I'd be a little more forgiving if someone like Martin Scorsese wanted to do it. It's like I respect that because you're a legendary filmmaker that probably has a decent idea, but just some random fucking guy's like, I want James Dean in my movie. Fuck
Right.
you. Like, what are you talking about?
right.
That's crazy.
And
I think
It's
it's
weird.
nuts.
I didn't think about it like that, but I definitely think it's nuts. I think every actor out there should also be fucking terrified of what this means
Yeah.
or what it
Yeah.
could mean, because it's like
Yeah. What if it's a movie James Dean didn't want to be in?
exactly.
What if he doesn't like the movie?
Yeah,
It's as if they don't even
Can't
own
say.
themselves.
right.
It's
Right.
nuts.
At least with Martin Scorsese, with
Mhm.
Irishman, with Robert De Niro and all those guys. Like they de-aged them or
But
whatever,
they
they were in it,
Yeah.
and they signed to it and they agreed to it. So it's like you can do that, but James Dean has no say in this yet. We're gonna get James Dean.
Well, how is it any different than, say, a depiction Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Quentin did what he did to Bruce Lee? How's it any different? An actor portraying and it's a computer.
Because not
Because they're not saying that Bruce Lee was in the movie, though.
right.
It's in my opinion. This
is
is an actor playing Bruce Lee,
But it's actually
it's not Bruce Lee. This is because that is Bruce Lee. Like they're saying, this is Bruce Lee in this movie now.
Well,
if it was him,
it's James Dean. That's
that's what I'm saying.
Dean.
This was James Dean in the movie now. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like actors playing another actor.
Yeah.
That's acting.
like Taika Waititi doing
Hitler.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
That's
same-
acting.
It's like
Putting them actually in the movie starring James Dean. Gets creepy and weird to me.
Think of it this way: what if we start doing a new category in the Oscar race, and
Best DH
James Dean
actor.
wins Best Oscar?
What if he wins
Yeah,
best,
like a
best
holo-
actor
they have a
even just in
hologram
the
walk up
regular
and-
one?
He just walks up, a hologram, James Dean.
It makes sense. Like going back to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when he was like putting scenes from old movies in his movie, I could see them using it in that sense, just recreating a scene from an old movie, kind of. Like I still don't really, I'm not on board, but I get that. Or if it's like a recurring role, like when Rogue One, where they had that one guy in it, I think that's weird.
well, and that's what.
But it makes sense because it is a recurring role. He is that character.
Or Carrie Fisher.
Exactly. Yeah.
Was Carrie Fisher dead when the young Carrie Fisher showed up in, was it Rogue One?
Return of the Jedi.
I think she was still alive.
No, it was Rogue
but-
One, wasn't
yeah, it? was
it?
Rogue One, yeah.
She was still alive then.
Oh,
They're probably gonna have parts in this new one with her like that too.
Oh,
I guarantee it.
yeah. But I also think she probably signed a lot of that even before. I think there's probably a lot of paperwork that actors
Didn't they
have to
use
go
the
through.
likeness of her daughter for Rogue One though?
I don't know, probably.
I don't-
But she looked just like fucking Carrie. Oh,
Yeah,
well, other
it
than
was
the
still her,
computer.
though.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I guess there's. I'm sure there's movies out there that have already done this, including Rogue One and all these other Star Wars or whatever movies, and it's just kind of freaky. It's kind of.
It is a little.
It's
weird.
kind of like, why do we even have actors then? Like we can
Yeah.
just get all their likenesses, anybody's likeness, and just.
But they have to create what's great about them. There's a reason people love James Dean because of what James Dean created. Now they're just going to recreate it. But he had to give well,
it's going to be another.
He had to give the groundwork to show them how to recreate it, though. So it's like now they're kind of just stealing what he created. Also, like his acting is his.
Right.
They're
And now-
kind of stealing that
And
from
now
him.
another actor is supposed to be him, but unlike we were talking Carrie Fisher or whoever we're talking, Taika Waititi, whoever is doing whatever, those are all portrayals of that person or that character, but this is actually trying to be James Dean.
It's saying it stars James
But
Dean.
they're
It's
taking an
completely
icon as well,
weird.
like you said. We know him for what he's done. His acting. He is this image. He is this icon. He is the rebel. But they're going to alter that. And anyone else that chooses
They're
to.
going to do whatever they want with it.
It doesn't.
They
Yeah,
could
it
make
doesn't
him-
matter.
Put it this way. Regardless of whatever James Dean was or not, what if they make him gay in the movie and he's not gay or something?
Right.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Or black.
Just being as absurd as they want to be, they can do whatever they want,
Yeah.
And maybe I don't know what James Dean believed in. Maybe he's a super Christian, super against that stuff,
Right.
whatever. I mean, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it was wrong. But
Yeah.
still, it's there's too many liberties that can be taken with what they're doing.
But from what we read, or
If you
what
just
I
have
read,
an actor portray that act, James Dean.
yeah.
I don't think you'd have nearly.
Isn't
as
he
much.
remaking a war movie though? That James Dean already starred in? Or did I read some bullshit?
No, it's like a new original movie.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's why it's fucked up. I can
I'm
see
behind.
if it was something that they had already been in and it is their character, or if it is them playing themselves, like in a flashback. Like if Quentin Tarantino had used that in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that makes a little more sense because it's just like this is that person. I don't agree with it still, but that makes more sense to me rather than them just saying this is this person in this movie.
This is
now.
Bruce Lee
Right.
CGI.
But even that got backlash.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee's daughter was pissed.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
because he made him goofy. It wasn't
yeah, it
so
was
much that he
hilarious.
was playing him.
It was like one of the best
But
scenes.
again, that goes to the whole fact that they they had an image of that character, whether that was actually Bruce Lee and how he acted, or whether it's just the way they wanted to portray that character.
Yeah.
It's the same type of thing, though. It's actually interesting you bring that up because, yeah, CGI or not, you're still using the likeness of somebody, even if it is a real actor trying to look like the real Bruce Lee, you know what I mean? But they make him goofy. They make him...
almost made him a parody of himself.
Right.
Well, did you guys watch Dr. Sleep?
Not yet.
I still haven't seen that.
It was fantastic. I'm not spoiling anything, but it's a sequel.
But here's the end. Here's the...
Well, it's a sequel to the book, and
I already
it's the skin of The Shining that Kubrick did, but it's a sequel to the book more. So what you saw in The Shining, he brought back, but he didn't CGI characters from The Shining. He used a likeness, which I appreciated. Like, yeah, we could have seen Shelley Duvall. We could have seen little Danny Torrance with the original actors.
Yeah.
I'm glad they kind of just hired someone else to look like that character.
Yeah, because it goes back. Shelley Duvall doesn't own her character from The Shining.
Right.
The people that made The Shining own that character, so whatever they want to do with that character, they can do whatever the fuck they want. But if they're putting Shelley Duvall in the movie against her will, if she's dead or something, that's when I think it gets messy and weird.
It is weird.
You know? But
I do think technology is getting better to where that we can actually see the likeness of these people and characters and actors. But...
let's talk about the technology right now.
Well, I'm thinking about...
Finish your comment.
I'm thinking about... So I'm like, it is cool because they used real actors for Dr. Sleep and trying to portray the old characters or whatever. But then you also think of Carrie Fisher showing up as a younger Carrie Fisher in Rogue One. I liked... Overall, I liked Carrie Fisher showing up like that. I think if it would have been an actress who was trying to look like Carrie Fisher, I would have been like, ah... But I also, that Dr. Sleep thing sounds really good. Like, yeah, I think I would really like a real, not a CG, a real portrayal of that character in that type of... And I don't know if that's because of genre or because of actors or what. I don't know. But it just... I'm thinking about a lot of things in it right now, and I'm like, I did like Carrie Fisher showing up as a young Carrie Fisher in Rogue One, and I think I would like real people portraying the characters from
you'll
The Shining.
Appreciate
I think I would too, but there's also times where I hate both of those things. The CGI, the CGI characters, I'm like, God, they look terrible.
Yeah.
Or real people portraying, like the Bruce Lee thing. I liked that, but I'm sure there's other movies I've seen where they're trying to portray characters or people, and I didn't like it. I just can't think of any off the top of my head, but the technology, we can go back to that. The technology is getting crazy. Like,
unfortunately, you guys haven't seen The Irishman yet.
No, have not.
Damn,
what did you
talk about it?
Yeah. What did you think about it?
So
de-aging?
Is the technology any better than Walter White's CGI bald head in El Camino?
Honestly, I didn't really notice that.
You
too
didn't?
much.
Oh my God.
I kept reading articles about
was
it.
Was
but
it
I didn't
CGI?
know.
It was shouting.
Was it CGI? I thought
I
it
don't
was.
think
I
he
thought
shaved
it was
his head.
No, I thought it was just a cover they put on his head to cover up
It
his
was
hair.
way too glossy. Did you watch The Fast and the Furious with Paul Walker not being alive?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, how it's like not him, and he's
like
super
a
glossy.
Robot driving off.
I could see my reflection in Walter's head, man. On TV.
The Irishman, it was incredibly distracting. I haven't heard anyone like talking crap on it or anything. It was so goddamn distracting.
I know De Niro said he didn't.
De Niro looks
he
weird
wasn't
as
a fan.
fuck. De Niro looks like a goddamn weirdo. Like he's got these weird eyes and they're weird and it's weird. And Joe Pesci looks really weird. Al Pacino looks really weird.
He looks weird anyways.
It was so weird. I'm torn because it was really cool
and really
to see.
It sounds like it's also a very deep and compelling story.
It's a phenomenal movie.
Yeah,
I loved the movie.
Okay,
the movie's great, but I'm not gonna let that take away of it.
No, but you're saying it was distracting for
because sure. Why I'm torn is because it was awesome seeing Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Joe Pesci actually acting together.
Okay.
Rather than having a younger person and then they're acting as the older ones, you actually get to see those three amazing, awesome actors acting together through the whole 3.5 hour movie,
even when they're de-aged.
It's the old crew.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it was still great because they were all killing it, and they're so amazing what they do. So it's awesome seeing them do it together. But then just their faces were so weird.
Let me ask you this:
it made me feel so weird.
Was the movie good enough? Like it justified Joe Pesci coming out of retirement.
Yeah, he was awesome. They're all
So he did good.
they're all amazing in it.
That's good.
The acting's amazing. The story's amazing. It's 3.5 hours, but it just goes like it's
I heard
good.
that. I heard the last part is absolutely. I read a spoiler free thing, and I heard the last of it is like very.
I read it just got 10 or 14 nominations, which is bumping it up in the Oscar race coming up in February.
I bet it's gonna get tons of Oscar
I
nominations.
have another thing to talk about with this movie.
Overall, I'm not gonna spoil it because you guys haven't seen it.
Right.
But to wrap up, it is an amazing movie. It definitely should be 3.5 hours long because like
It needed to.
it builds perfectly and just like it's great.
I've been
It's
curious
awesome.
then. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, you're good.
Is it, as they say, one of Scorsese's best, in your opinion? And number 2,
It's hard to say what you'd say best.
should have been a wide release like it was originally planned.
That's exactly what I was going to talk about. Should it be Netflix or should this have been theater? Because didn't it do both?
It was going to, but some theaters were shooting. Like AMC.
It did go to some theaters. People aren't gonna go watch a movie like that for 3.5 hours long. It needed to be 3.5
I would.
hours for one. You would. Most people won't.
So you
Most
think it
people
needed to
wouldn't.
be more on Netflix?
Even
than...
I had to watch it in 2 sittings.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Bunch of bitches.
But that makes it hard. Look, there wasn't really a choice to be had. If Martin Scorsese had the choice, he would have just made it and released it regularly.
He should have.
Why didn't he? Nobody was financing it. Nobody would finance it for him. So he kind of had to just take that.
Take the Netflix,
But
even though he disses on Avengers. Anyways.
Yeah.
If he had
Propaganda.
if he had released it regularly, I bet it would have been 2.5 hours long. Because
But the story he wanted to tell.
major studios would not release a 3.5 hour slow crime gangster movie like that. And it's not like Casino or Goodfellas. It's not like Goodfellas is just like going like and it's like anxiety and like hardcore. Yeah. This one wasn't like that. It was just like really interesting character study.
I heard it's a very slow burn, but the burn is worth it because by the end you're like you are on the edge of your seat. And you're like, holy shit.
That's Quentin's formula.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, and you're with these characters. That's why it kind of works that they use the same actors and de-age them because you are with them from the beginning to like the end of their life, and so it's just that was kind of cool, and that's why the movie works for 3.5 hours long because you're really just like in their life for this long,
and it was the actors
see where they go, but so that I'm kind of glad it ended up on Netflix because I absolutely guarantee no major studio would have greenlit that or released it that long. We would have got the director's cut 5 years later.
Theatrical cut or whatever. Yeah.
As far as if it's Martin Scorsese's one of his best, it's hard to say because I mean, how many movies do you include in the best list? You know, I don't think it's better than Goodfellas or Casino or The Departed.
So many people are saying it's a masterpiece.
Yeah,
I think I need to watch it again because I'm not as blown away as a lot of people are saying. I loved it. It's really amazing.
What about Anna Paquin? Do you think she deserves this praise for her one sentence?
She doesn't do a fucking thing the whole
I know, but
movie.
people are praising her one time to shine.
I hate that actress already, so I'm not gonna have an opinion on it.
Dude, it shows
Your opinion is negative.
It shows her tits in True Blood, man.
What? I am not watching it now because of that.
Oh, well,
thank you.
Maybe if she showed
Close
her
the
tits
door.
in the Irishman, I would have liked her.
So her one
cover her
scene-
face up. If she pulled her shirt over her head and showed her tits, that would have been okay with her.
Hide the gap.
Yeah, hide her whole damn face. Yeah. I hate that. I've hated when I was a young child watching X-Men 1. I was like, what the fuck is this bitch?
But you've heard about the whole controversy with her having like the one line.
It's sexist because she only has one line.
Right.
Ooh.
She's like the only.
I thought she was
girl
getting
in it,
praised
really.
for it though.
No, it's like well.
No, she's getting praised. The movie's getting called out for being sexist because she doesn't.
Because
have
it's
a
the
bigger
main.
role.
It's the big. Yeah, it's like the only actress in it, and she's got one line.
It's
in
a
it,
hot
and
fucking.
She
topic.
fulfills what she's supposed to do in it. She's not the main fucking character. She's
So it
not
could've
Jimmy
been-
fucking Hoffa.
So it could have been anybody. It could have been
anybody.
up and coming actress doing this role. Do you
Yeah.
think?
Does
Okay,
Joe
okay.
Pesci make her
Well,
like?
and she's only in it for like a part of it because it's a younger girl playing her for most of it, and then she shows up over halfway through the movie, if that, and she shows up like twice.
See, and that's another thing that's weird is why did they choose Anna Paquin to do the one line? Like you think it would be an up and coming actress that's just trying to get a role, and Martin Scorsese would be like, yeah, as long as you can do this one sentence.
Can you look kind of sad?
You know what they need to do?
Why'd they get Anna Paquin? Right?
They need to do-
She's a nobody actress.
Yeah, that's probably because she's an up and coming actress.
She was probably $10.
They need to skip the director's cut of The Irishman and give us the Rogue cut. I feel like there's more story there, just like the Rogue.
the Rogue cut.
just Days of Future Past.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly like the road cut better myself, but
She had nothing to do in the movie. She did, it worked for her, what she had to do. She did what she had to do fine.
maybe she should have whipped her tits out then.
Like, I'm sorry, but like, this is a
Sexist world.
true story,
Oh.
and all the people in it were these guys. So it's not sexist. It's just
That's what the story
the
was.
story that
Exactly.
happened in real life were these guys. It's not like
Yeah.
they didn't go out of their way to cut women out of it.
No, totally.
They just
That's the story.
this
they're
is the story.
Yeah, yeah.
So if there's a true story about a woman
Right.
character, like, wouldn't it be weird if they just randomly added a guy in just because like we need men in it?
Did you see the
Right.
movie called The Women?
Did
It came
I?
out in like
I
2007.
don't think I did.
Everyone's a woman in that movie.
Is it good?
That's fucked up.
I don't fucking know.
It's bad, right?
I
It was
assume.
bad.
I'm just saying, why wasn't that called out? Because it wasn't popular back then.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's stupid that like his daughter didn't do anything though in real life. So why did she need to do more than what she did?
Yeah.
Did it make you cry at all, like Godfather 3?
He said he
No.
said he cried like.
No, I cried in the Marriage Story.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Marriage
Yeah.
Story.
No, I didn't cry in the Irishman. It wasn't like sad or anything. It was just like
Godfather
cool.
3 made me cry.
Like, are you being for
Sad.
real?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Dude, the whole thing with him and his daughter and him just croaking out, that was some sad shit.
Hey, real time right now. Real time.
I'm not saying it's the best.
Real
Obviously, number 2 is the best.
If we're going real time right now, Jurassic Park,
3?
the first one.
What about it?
Makes
Made you cry?
I have memories.
When Timmy
tied-
gets shocked?
I have no. It's not
That's
necessarily,
hilarious.
It's not necessarily the movie. It's not necessarily it. Honestly, the part that makes me cry is when the T-Rex comes out.
Yeah, that part's cool.
I'm seriously like I have memories tied to it. Like it's not necessarily memories. It's just like that time when I was a kid and it was like the big T-Rex coming out and it just was like fascinating to watch. And like seriously, and I don't try. I literally every time I watch the movie, I try not to. I'm like, just watch this
Every
movie
time it
and not.
happens, it's so fucking badass.
It is. It is. Like seriously, then when the T-Rex comes out and he roars and he like steps
Yeah.
on the car and like Timmy's like going in the mud and stuff and like the T-Rex is just biting the tire and like all that shit. I'm like, it's weird. And
that's badass. I'm on
and
board. I think
the
that's cool.
other thing that gets me now is Jurassic World. When the T-Rex comes out
Yeah.
and the Velociraptor and they're fighting against the Indominus Rex and stuff, I'm like,
I'll give you that.
T-Rex
When we
is
went and saw that the
T-Rex
first time-
is so badass. Like
When we went and saw the first time, because people like talk shit on the end, just like, oh, this dinosaur's fighting. It's just
That's
like when
so
that happened,
fucking cool.
I
right?
was like a little
Yeah.
glossy. I was like,
Yeah, it's so cool.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
so cool because the T-Rex like is getting his ass kicked, and then he just, I'm like almost tearing up.
Yeah.
when really
It's so
when
fucking
Blue is
cool.
running up that thing, it's like in slow motion, like, "Brr, brr." Like no, I kind of chill up.
Well, and they
For sure.
and then they like get the dinosaur,
Fuck
like
him up.
you fuck him up, and then like he's about to like he does his roar, and then that thing grabs him and takes him in there.
Yeah.
The T-Rex and the fuck. Anyways,
What are
real
two
time.
your
That's
lady
real time.
called that?
That's real time.
Did you
but-
remember your lady
Yeah,
called that?
yeah.
Forever ago? She was
Right?
like, we were talking about what's going to happen. Like, she's like, I think that thing's going to come out of the water and eat it.
Eat it. Yeah, we're
We're
like,
like,
what? How the fuck is that gonna happen?
And then that happened.
And then it happened.
She
that
was-
was the climax. Of the
She was
movie.
so humble about it,
I
too.
know. She's
I was like, we walked out, I was like, she's going to grab her in her face. And
she was like,
she's just
yeah,
like,
it
she didn't even
was
say anything
like
about
really
it.
Cool.
She's like,
I've
Oh, she
thought
said
about-
something about it that night. That's for sure.
I
We were
thought
in
about
bed
that
and she was
girl's
like,
death.
it was like silent. I was like trying to go to sleep
You're-
as quick as I
you're
could.
like
And she's like,
asleep.
told you. And I was like, fuck. Fuck you.
That reminds me of Harold and Kumar, the first one, when they're sitting in the car with that weird dude with
Oh.
the pus, and like they're talking to each other, like talking shit on the driver, and then it kind of focuses all three of them driving it. So you just hear him. He's like, "I heard what you said,"
yeah.
and then it cuts out.
we
All
should do a list for our favorite movies this year.
I'm down.
Not like today.
I have a
Yeah,
list
like,
of every
just,
movie.
Just sometimes.
Like next time we record would pretty much be then, right?
Just favorite movies.
I can tell you my list right now.
God, there's so many, but
I need time. Don't even.
Yeah, I
start.
need time,
I need
too.
plenty of time.
I'm not gonna read it off.
yeah, don't do it at all.
I've been doing this for years.
Just think about it, but
For years.
There's so much I want to talk about. Town hasn't seen anything yet though, but A Marriage Story on Netflix.
yeah.
Mhm.
I haven't seen it either.
That was some of the most real human like emotions in a relationship I've ever seen.
So, do you think that one actually deserves an Oscar, or at least?
Yes, it
Okay.
was one of the best movies I've seen this year. It's probably like top 5 right now for me.
Adam Driver does that good.
He's great in it.
Really?
He's
Scarlett
fantastic in it. Scarlett Johansson, she bugs me, but it works for this.
Speaking of Scarlett
Yeah.
Johansson,
Fuck. Yeah.
Wait a
Why are we
minute.
even talking about that yet?
Why
Jesus.
Black Widow isn't necessary.
I didn't even watch the
The song.
You haven't seen it?
I didn't
The
watch the
song
trailer. I
in
didn't
the
want to watch
trailer
it.
is so cool. I will say that.
Really?
You don't like the
Oh,
song?
I thought it was so distasteful.
They say it happens after Civil War.
I thought it was so bad. Like, that song was just like, really?
What's the
Well,
song?
apart from the trailer, I don't know. It's some cool song.
Yeah.
Some cool song.
But
On its own, it's
my thing, as
what's the
soon as
I had it.
as soon as David Harbour showed up, I was like, fuck this movie.
And he's like the German
Because
Captain
and
America.
I'm
or
okay
whatever.
with that.
He's a
My
Russian
thing,
one, right?
Russian
My
one.
thing
He's
is
fat.
I feel like Marvel is 100% now. Up and coming actors are going to be the next Avengers, and they're just going to keep recruiting up and coming actors who are, you know, in Netflix TV shows who get big, or in.
It's Score by Replica.
Sorry, I've never heard of that. I don't know what
But my thing is just like, I feel like Marvel. I feel like Marvel now is just banking on, all we have to do is keep
It's not even
hiring.
Marvel.
All we have to do is keep hiring. Yeah, it's Disney.
It's fucking.
All we
Disney.
need to do is keep hiring big actors, or excuse me, up and coming actors to take on, you know, like David Harbour. He's loved
and
in
the girl from Midsummer.
He's dove in, and her in Midsummer. It's all the. What I'm saying is all these like TV shows, the Disney Plus Marvel shows that are coming out, like the Moon Knight and all the other, those are all going to take up and coming actors that are like just getting big in whatever role.
Yeah.
And not I'm not. This isn't even necessarily Marvel. It's Disney anything really.
Yeah.
They're just gonna keep recruiting, and because people liked him from a certain thing, they're gonna be like, oh, guy from Stranger Things is in it. Hell yeah, I'm all on board. As soon as I saw him, I was like, they're literally using him more for the fact that he was in a show that everybody loves.
Well, not just that, because I think they're like very calculated. Him from a show that everyone loves,
Yeah.
and then the girl from Midsummer, a show that
Who
all
did-
the
they're
weird
good.
people loved. So
Which-
it's like
She did a good job. I'm not.
yeah, we all love that.
Yeah, I love.
No, I love Midsummer. I think she was great.
But
I'm just saying, like, I think that's very calculated. They're like forcing like many groups of people to come watch this trash.
Yeah.
No one gives a fucking Christ about Black Widow movie.
I feel like the only I don't know. Not the
It
only
needs to be an after. The whole reason this is happening, by the way, I'm calling it right now, is because of the multiverse, and something's gonna happen where she comes back.
That's stupid.
That's just.
Would it be cool if they made a movie of her stuck on that planet with Red Skull, and it turns into like Dathomir
Like a
from
love story between them.
Order,
yeah.
because that's kind of what it looks like. And it's just creepy, and she's
Right.
just fighting weird creatures the whole 2 hours, and it's just over, and nothing fucking happens.
She dies.
She just dies again.
When you guys watched Endgame and she sacrificed herself, I felt no emotion.
Worst part of the whole movie.
It didn't make sense for her to be like, well, sayonara.
I think
I
part
feel
of that.
like this movie is going to add emotional depth to that decision. I hope
No,
so. That
well, okay,
The emotional
maybe,
depth,
but
I think, was supposed to be with Black Widow and his kids and stuff, which that is there. But like when they sat and faked each other, Hawkeye,
yeah.
when they faked each other out 25 times before they jumped off, which is
And
like,
that's what
fuck.
that's what 100% cut that moment. If they would have made it where it was like, no, I'm choosing, and then they
It
die,
just, one
it would have been
just
like,
did it, yeah.
oh, but instead they were like, I'm dying. No,
If they'd stopped and be
I'm
like,
dying.
I'm sorry, I love
I'm
you,
dying.
and you
I'm
have a
dying.
wife and kids and a family that you are here for. I have nobody. I'm here for the world.
Yeah,
Boom.
dead.
But it was just like he jumped off.
Then she
Then
jumped
she
off.
fought him, and then she jumped off. Then he fought her, and he jumped off. And then he shoots
switcheroo.
his bomb, and they
Yeah.
fought. And then she's hanging on his leg. It was like, I seriously facepalmed.
And that's why-
honestly, I was just like,
If it would have been a
Come
one
on.
and done, it would have been a lot more powerful of a punch. But the
Yeah.
fact that they
Yeah.
went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, which that's the other thing. There are definitely so many light watchers out there who are like,
fucking
They just-
White Watchers.
they watch Marvel just to get just the flashiness of the
Yeah.
movie. So they were probably like in tears when that happened, and it's like,
Oh yeah, a lot of people. I read articles next thing like, let's break down that emotional scene between
Yeah, fuck
Black
those
Widow
people,
and
'cause it's like-
Hawkeye.
because-
you mean that action scene
yeah,
that was
Yeah.
ass-tastic?
right.
Light
Anyways.
Watchers.
Anyways, yeah, light watcher, exactly.
I
Light
love that
watcher.
scene.
well, I'm gonna watch it. I just feel like
You
to like it, it needs to add depth.
You're not gonna love it and buy it.
You're not.
I don't know, maybe.
I think you will,
I'll
because it's
watch
Marvel and you have to.
Yo,
If it shows her,
Is that shit coming out in theaters?
I am still yes.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
am
I will not be
still,
seeing that.
I am still holding on to. I'm holding on. I'm holding on.
For Shang-Chi.
No, for just the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, I really want it to do well. I still want to be invested enough to like actually care and go into it and like who I'm watching and blah
And
blah
that's
blah.
the thing. We're gonna watch because we're a bunch of zombies.
Yeah.
Man.
I
we're
won't
just
be-
fucking.
I won't
we're
be
gonna
going
do.
to the theaters for
You
a
know,
while.
the one thing
I
I
didn't go
did-
to the theaters for a while when like there was like a weird phase. I didn't go see like Ant-Man. There was like
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
not just
Doctor
there was
Strange.
like a lot I didn't see in theaters because it was just like meh. We're way back into that.
Yeah, but
I am going to
worse.
be going to theaters for a while.
I've
I'll
seen
watch
all of
Disney Plus shit because
Did-
it's here.
yeah. Speaking of Disney, you heard they're still doing like it's like 3 movies a year, like 4 different Disney Plus TV shows a year. Like the
For Disney or for Marvel?
Disney all together. Well, no, I'm sorry. Disney Marvel. So Marvel shows, we're still gonna get 3 Marvel movies every year. Or no, actually, I think they upped it
It's
to
like-
4. I think they upped it to 4.
They threw it out. It's going to be like 2, then like 3 and 3 or something.
Okay,
It's like
okay.
it's like mixed up now.
But then there's like 4 different TV shows that are coming out on
yeah,
Disney Plus.
yeah,
every...
not including the shows.
Right, right.
Do you guys find it strange how
Doctor
hard
Strange.
these companies are trying to keep us distracted?
From
Yeah.
what's really going on in the world.
Yeah, they're trying so
Yeah,
hard.
bombing us.
They're trying so hard to suck us in with binging and these fucking not just Disney, but all of them. We are
So I don't know if it's
Motherfuckers
necessary.
just trying to
I
make
do
money.
think there's an agenda to it, but I don't think it's necessarily like the government saying, "Hey, let's make all these shows so that they're watching this and not actually watching us." Like,
I'm not even
rape
talking
their
government
women or
I'm
whatever.
just-
Oh, well, I know, but I guess what I'm saying is I think everybody is like, "Holy fuck, streaming! Holy shit, that's
Yeah.
the thing!" And every single person that can possibly do
the
it.
more
is going
we're
to jump onto
distracted,
it.
the more whoever they are
The
are
Illuminati,
succeeding.
the Illuminati, the reptile
the
people,
Rothschilds, the
The
Illuminati,
Light Watchers.
yeah, the White Watchers.
the White Watchers. I don't know what that
The
is.
people who aren't going to be watching all the shows that they're giving everybody.
They're going to be out doing real
Like
things in
the
the
world.
world.
Did you guys ever see Josie and the Pussycats?
No.
The movie?
No.
No, well, in that movie...
I know what it is. I'm just saying no.
How about better? Batman Forever? Was it Forever or Batman Beyond with Riddler?
I'm talking... That's
Both
forever.
of them. They're badass.
Is it
I'm
Forever?
just saying
Yeah.
that they're brainwashing, man.
With the
Josie-
Riddler. The Riddler does the same thing where everyone's watching their TV
Yeah.
and yeah.
We're being fucking brainwashed.
Yeah.
Call me,
what,
I am a
though?
conspiracist in my core.
From
I
the
love
aliens
it,
that are out there taking over the world.
We're not recording the show anymore without tinfoil in our heads.
They're
I'm getting
recording
scared.
us.
I have tinfoil underneath my hat right now.
Nice.
So I'm good.
He's the only one speaking the truth.
Yeah, wait, on your
Get
brain
in there
now?
and do some shit.
You told him to put some tinfoil in there real quick.
We need to change the title of the show from the
Nothing
Fellowship.
happened. I just wanted them to put it in there. Can you line my brain with tinfoil? No.
We need to be the
Okay.
3%.
We need to be
10%?
what? The
The
10%? The 3%?
Oh, what's the 3%?
Yeah, what is the 3%?
We know what they're doing.
Oh,
We're
the
them.
elites. Yeah.
No, the elites are they.
Oh, we need to
The
be
elites are
not them or
1%.
them.
That's what the elites are 1%. So what's the? Is there a weird 3% I'm unaware of?
The 3% are
Am
the
I
people
part of it?
that
Are you saying just
learning.
below the elites? Is that what you're saying?
We're all
There's
below
elites.
the elites.
There's
man.
us.
Well, no, but I mean just directly below, because everybody else is below. But are we just gonna be like one down?
Are the Light Watchers above us or below us?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
What are those?
I feel like they're
the
above
people?
us because
The people who cry during
During
Avengers-
Black Widow
dying. Those are the Light Watchers.
While
Oh, okay.
a guy with a red face watches and doesn't say
He
anything.
does. Yeah, he's like, it's gonna have
You
to
guys
happen.
just figure
We
it
were
out.
watching-
And then Captain America's gonna bring it back and make it okay anyways. So what you
So
just
that's
did
what the
just
Black
really
Widow
doesn't
movie should have been. Her just on that planet, and then Captain America shows up and like, here's this
matter.
back.
Yeah, you're alive again.
You can't give that back. It doesn't work that way.
Okay,
Well, back
bye.
to it.
Just drops on.
Fat Thor was hilarious because we saw his progression.
Yeah, love
in the
that.
beginning, but with David Harbour, they're just making him fat
They're
and
just making
making
fun
it
of fat
funny.
people now.
He is fat. What are you
Fat
talking about?
shaming.
What?
I saw Stranger
is
Things
fat.
season 3. That.
Oh yeah, no, people are freaking out because it's fat
Like,
shaming.
you're
I thought
fat
they were.
shaming
I
him?
thought they were freaking out because they're like making fun of like Russians. Because he's
Oh,
not Russian.
because-
He's like
Because Chernobyl did that well enough.
Yeah.
God, I hate that. Anyways.
But I saw it was like people are outraged by the new Black Widow trailer, and so I read the article. I didn't watch the trailer because I cared more to read about that than I cared to watch the trailer.
Is it more because of shaming or more because
fat
of
shaming?
not the Russian?
No,
like-
I thought it was going to be because
Yeah.
this like
The Russian
fake Russian
portrayal.
accents,
Yeah,
like almost like comical.
Right.
But it was because he's fat. It's like he's fat.
Yeah, you hire somebody who's skinny then, like.
If he's shaming fat people, he's shaming himself, so he must be
Yeah.
comfortable with it. So fuck all the other
Right.
fat people.
Right. Huh, interesting.
It just sucks, man. We're watching these trailers. It's been happening for years, whether it's The Little Mermaid, Black Widow, fucking the dude from Aladdin can't get... Everything is taken away from the show, the movie.
Yeah.
That's why we're fucking here. That's why we're paying Disney our dollars to get away and escape and watch some dope shit. But it's not that anymore. It's becoming this platform for people to bitch. Like, hey, they're fat shaming. The only white guy in that movie got a job. Black girl can't be a mermaid.
But you want to know...
That's all
You
they're
said
doing.
Black Girl couldn't be a mermaid.
You want to know... You want to know the best part about it,
Maybe
though?
they can't swim that good. I don't know.
You want to know the best part?
Oh!
The best part about all this, though, like you're saying, it's a platform for people to complain.
Jesus, we're just
But
bitching.
But it's almost like Disney is doing it on purpose.
They are.
And then they bend to everything anybody said. Like the next time, okay, yeah, now we're not going to have any more fat, like, superheroes or whatever, and then pretty soon it's all going to be women, like with the women
I don't think
Avengers.
they're doing it on purpose. I don't think
They're
Disney.
pandering
It's
to
not Disney that's
consumers.
doing it. It's the world right now that we're in.
I know, but
that's
they're
doing
giving
it.
into it.
They're totally going into it because
but
that's
Disney
what makes
bends
money.
to it. Disney bends to
They
it.
want
though.
LGBTQ to watch. They want the tall people to watch. That's why Black Panther was so popular. That movie sucked. But the fact that there was a tall superhero, we all lost our minds.
It was okay.
Exactly, but don't tell that to the tall people.
It's a light watcher movie.
Light, the Light Watchers.
Do you remember, Clem, when we watched Parasite, and you had those cacklers behind us laughing at everything that wasn't hilarious?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So that's a light watcher?
Yeah.
Someone that's just overly...
It's not just. It's just. Yeah, I get maybe. It depends on the emotion, because I feel like some movies, like, or most movies really, is kind of like. And again, maybe this is all opinion based. Maybe this is just my opinion, but I feel like a lot of emotion comes out during. Like, you're supposed to. At least me. I feel like I'm supposed to. When I'm watching a movie, I'm supposed to be
Easy with your words.
calm about things. Like, yeah, maybe I'm feeling sad, but at least I'm not like being like, like during the movie, right? Like, yeah, I'm feeling sad.
Like,
but it's
oh,
like,
that's sad.
yeah.
I love the movies when something
So,
sad
like-
happens. Like, that's sad.
Or when something funny happens, it's like some people are like, it's like, oh, what? Like, okay, yeah, it was funny, but it's not meant to like literally fucking shit yourself, you know? Like,
It's not that funny.
yeah, but some people I think get so invested, you know. Like I think people sometimes lose themselves. I think that, and me, I'm always like, every time I'm watching a movie, I'm still aware of my surroundings. Like I still know where I am. I still know who I
You
am.
should.
I think
Some
a
people
lot of
don't.
people-
It's
I think,
courteous.
and I think that's what light watchers
Yeah.
are. Is some people who get so invested that they're like, my life is absolutely shit. If any chance I can possibly get to like feel any other emotion than my life, I'm gonna invest 100%. And so people watching the movie are like, I'm so sad right now, blah, or I'm so happy.
That's why
you
a lot
know
of
what I
people
mean?
go to movies though. They don't
To
give
get
a,
away.
They don't give a fuck. They're
You
just
know
going
what?
to a movie. Like most people, they're
And
just
that's
like,
fine.
that was great,
exactly.
and then they go home.
But there's
and they
actually
don't ever think about it again. Like
there's
people like
some-
us, we watch a movie and are like, wow, that like really made me feel something, or wow, that was really fucking dumb.
I think-
Or
I mean,
you know,
I do agree that it's an escape for all of us. For me.
oh yeah,
I
for
get
sure. No,
sucked in.
And everybody
But
has
I'm
their
not
own way of taking the movie.
Over-accentuating
but-
myself. Like, I snickered myself in a comedy. I don't laugh out loud.
Exactly.
I don't fucking
I watched
chuckle.
Good Boys again. It's not as funny as we thought it was.
What was it?
What?
Good Boys.
Good Boys? Oh, really?
Yeah.
I liked Good Boys.
No, I liked it. No,
I watched it again too.
I watched it again, and I just it was still really funny.
But
Still a higher bar comedy. It's like, oh,
I do also think a big thing, since we're talking about
I was
this,
drunk when I watched the first
well,
time.
that and who you're watching a movie with.
yeah,
I really think a lot of like the vibe you're getting from the people you're with
Yeah.
give kind of the way you feel when you're watching a movie. For instance, when you said last time, didn't you say last time during Death of Dick Long, the first time you watched it, you were like, it was okay, it wasn't great.
Yeah, it was
and then
more
the second
thrown
time you
off,
watched
yeah.
it, you were like, wow, I liked it a lot
Yeah,
more.
when
the
we
second
all
time.
watched
and we
it,
all watched
really
it together,
liked
right?
it.
Yeah,
because we were all laughing and like commenting. And
Right,
shit.
right.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it also is the people you're with when you're watching a movie. You know, you can definitely get a very different feel. Me personally, Joker. I never got to talk about this, but Joker, I absolutely hated.
You absolutely
What?
hated it?
The only thing I liked about it was Joaquin Phoenix. I thought he did a fantastic job.
Wow.
But I really think people went to the movie because it was called Joker,
That was
and not because it was about a mentally You know what I mean?
illness.
And then when they came out of the movie going, wow, that like was so mind-blowing. I was like, I called the girl not being real. I called the, like, everything about it, I was like, this is such a generic movie. If it would have been not the Joker, I think I would have been way, way more into the movie. But the fact that they skinned the movie
talked about that,
with Joker was just like... blah. I was absolutely not entertained by it. Like, the whole time I was
thing
like...
you liked it was Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix kind of was it, though. So that's why I liked it a lot, because, like...
But I think
like what it was.
I liked it because he did such a good job portraying the actor, or the character. And I think it's a big testament to him that he can really portray whoever the fuck he wants, and he knows it. And it's like, damn, he's a good actor. Like, no matter what he does, he's going to fuck it up. What?
Yeah.
So?
I would fucking kill to see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker fight Robert Pattinson's Batman.
That'd be sweet.
I am all...
But you've heard about Todd... Okay, this is the other
I've heard
annoying...
all this,
This is the other annoying thing about this movie. Todd Phillips was like, at the beginning of it, was like, no sequel. No sequel, one and done.
He still said that,
This is a passion project.
Now
But he said, but if it's just like this movie, psychological, weird, not to do with Batman, then I would be 100%.
It has to do with Batman, though.
Right? That's the other thing, is like, what?
No, they said Joker 2 was greenlit, and then Todd Phillips came out and was like, no, it's not. That I've never said that.
I know.
He said they're going to take
He
their
said
time.
Joaquin Phoenix and him are both on board.
And he said the only way they do a sequel is if Joaquin won it.
I 1000% think it's because it made $1 billion, and that's the only reason, and nobody gives a fuck, and they're saying that to please everybody who actually went and saw the movie and, like, likes it, but by the end of it, it's going to be like, we really just, it was $1 billion movie, so why wouldn't we make a sequel?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't? And they're dumb not to.
But the way that they're making the new Batman sounds like it will fit very nicely.
Well, Pattinson's saying that he's not a hero,
Joker.
and that he's not a good guy.
1000%.
I'm all in.
I
think it'll be amazing. Those are two of my favorite actors.
But that's exactly what I wanted with this movie. And he's saying it's going to be just like this movie, which did not have, or it had Batman in it, but it didn't really do with Batman, right? Like,
I liked Joker a little.
I like Joker.
I like
Joker. I like the character Joker.
No, that movie. I like that movie quite a bit, honestly. Personally, there's a lot I had an issue with. I mean, I screamed and yelled about it like I do. But overall, I quite liked it. They had a lot of issues, but I liked what they were doing with it for the most part, and I'm all in to take that character into going against Batman.
So I think the reason I didn't like the movie overall was the fact that the Joker is 100% supposed to be a crazy psycho that we don't know about, and the movie is about who the Joker is.
Yeah.
I think more than anything, I'm more the Batman side of when it comes to it, and this movie really didn't have to do much other than the little callbacks to Batman,
which they shouldn't have done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Either 100% don't do it, or 100% do it, but don't be very like super like there's that we've seen 1,000 times. But back to my point, I was going into it as a Batman perspective, and I came out of it going, they were just 100% trying to be a anything perspective, so it really could have been not a Joker movie, and it would have been a better movie. That's where I was at. I was just
literally when we recorded about it, I said, would this have been better if it wasn't about the Joker? And we talked about that.
Yeah,
I agree with you. It could have, but then at the same time, though, I do like where he's at now, and I want to see that progress. And again, I feel like the Batman's in good hands. I like that director a lot, Matt Reeves. I've loved all those Planet of the Apes movies, and I love Robert Pattinson, fucking hardcore. So I'm thrilled. I'm excited.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'm excited if Joker actually shows up in it, but everything. Oh, okay. Money talk. So obviously,
I want him to be more. I want him to be. I don't want him to be like very involved. I want him to be a background nuisance, like a weirdo, just like fucking shit up, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to see them punch each other.
I think another big reason why I really didn't like this movie is because I feel like before they even showed it, before, after it was done filming, but before it actually hit theaters, they were like, this is like totally a passion project, that we just want this to be so like blah, 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 blah. But then I feel like when I went and saw the movie, it was hitting everything that everybody wanted, which is weird because I feel like
I felt forced in though. It almost felt like those things were added later.
And yeah, maybe that was
So,
it.
like,
Maybe it was like,
I think it went in, started that way, and then
they were like,
into,
okay, we actually need to add this, and this. Yeah. But,
they're like, people are gonna love this. Let's like,
right.
We've got to like.
I guess the fact that it was so
there.
double-sided, like it didn't really choose sides, it didn't really choose what it wanted to
yeah.
do. It just did what it thought everybody wanted to see. Was another annoyance. Was just like, no, do what you want to do, and fuck everybody else. And if it doesn't make $1 billion, who get like you did what you wanted.
It only cost like a few hundred, not a few hundred, but like it was a cheap movie to make for the most part.
But and then this is again another thing is like they were so hard like even Joaquin Phoenix was like, yeah, I think I'm only gonna do the one because like I was just like blah, blah. And then as soon as it hits $1 billion, it's like, oh yeah, we were like in it the whole time and like we loved the movie and like, you know what I mean. It just made it feel more like they weren't sure about it. Nobody was sure about it. And then as soon as it made $1 billion, like, oh yeah, we're absolutely sure about it. Like we're
all in.
Yeah, it's just like, no, it's because you made $1 billion. Be true to what you're actually like, what's happening, not because of the character. And
look at Aladdin, made $1 billion. That bitch can't get a role.
Made $1 billion because it's fucking Aladdin.
Exactly. I know. 1,000% to nostalgia, which is another thing.
You know who was good in that movie? Will Smith. There's a reason why Will Smith is a bankable star, because he's likable and he's a good actor.
Right.
He's entertaining. That guy had no charisma. He was the flattest fucking thing ever. He's just like, oh, Jasmine. Oh, come on. He sucked. He was awful. It's a reason everyone watched that movie and all the agents are just like...
You want to know the real reason I went and saw that movie?
The red suit you're hoping to see?
For the snake at the end.
Which
and it didn't happen.
Oh, it did not happen.
That was really the reason I went and saw it, though.
The ending
100%, I was like, I want to see that snake so bad. And then we went.
I liked a lot of it.
Wow, they really didn't do it at all. I know.
There was a fountain with the snake on it.
I know. Yeah, that was the thing. It kept hinting to all the snakes and stuff. I was like, oh, it's going to happen so hard. And then it didn't. And I was like, well,
I think they were making it and they ran out of money by the end. No, for real, though. Because, seriously, the end just,
kind of
nothing really happened.
Yeah.
We're out of money. Let's just throw a weird musical number right here. And
the whole female power.
I didn't care about that. I just want to see the fucking snake.
Yeah, I wanted to see the snake.
I just wanted to see Jasmine in her red skin.
And him and the Jafar as the evil genie didn't look that cool either.
No, he looked just like him bigger. I was like,
it was
why
really lame
because
they ran out of money.
Yeah.
I was watching the thing
because they made Genie look like a blue genie.
Yeah,
and then him, he's just big.
Like the Cave of Wonders was pretty all in. Like all of it was pretty legit, and then the end just kind of shut down on us there.
Except for the Prince Ali part, because they do a faraway shot. It's like this teeny tiny little circus in the desert having a song. Did you remember that part?
Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't look that great.
Oh, see, I like that part too.
When he's singing and stuff.
Yeah, in the cartoon, it's huge. Like, damn, this is dope. But in the movie, it's
close up and showing a lot.
It's
and then
this teeny tiny little town. It's like everyone's having a great time. We're like, well, that seems lame.
See, I like the whole Prince Ali part actually. I actually enjoyed Will Smith's singing and stuff and rapping in that part.
I just don't like his beatboxing.
Honestly, personally, overall, I didn't hate Aladdin. I actually was. I was okay with it.
Did you like Aladdin more than Joker?
That's a question right there. That's a loaded gun.
Don't.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we should get into that. Wait. Real quick, though. I just watched the old Aladdin, the cartoon, and fantastic movie. Yeah. But there's a part, and I never really noticed it before. I don't know why. But he goes to the freaking Mulan's place. And he's chilling on the roof with...
Oh yeah,
with Jasmine. And Mulan's or whatever, the emperor's cast or whatever it is. I was like, wait, what the? Is this Mulan? And then I started thinking about it, and I read it, and then there was all these theories about the map that they pull out in Aladdin, and there's all those different kingdoms and stuff, and there's this whole theory that all the kingdoms are actually close together, and they all are actually in the same world.
So it's like Kingdom Hearts.
I was I 1,000% see them doing an Avengers with the princesses and stuff, which we might have talked about
all
before.
In. Have you watched Wreck-It Ralph 2 and all the princesses are there?
Yeah.
It's entertaining as hell. Do it. Let's do it. I'm in.
But they're updated.
Is the 2D version of Aladdin more flat than the real person Aladdin? Because he's flat.
Wait, what? Oh, I see what you're saying. No, yeah, the guy's flatter. He's not even 3D. He's 1D.
Killing it with my dad jokes.
Damn, that was good. It took me a second, but I got it.
Speaking of Robert Pattinson as Batman,
Yeah.
let's talk about The Lighthouse. In a
Yes.
second, let me reset this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Segue though, huh?
What about Danny DeVito or Colin Farrell being Penguin?
Yeah.
Why is Colin Farrell anything anymore?
Colin Farrell's one of my favorite actors. I think
Or
I
Nicolas-
love Colin
Nicolas
Farrell.
Cage.
Mistaken, he was.
Nicolas
Nicolas Cage playing himself.
Playing
He
Nicolas
was.
Cage in a Nicolas Cage movie. Or Clive Owen playing Bill Clinton. You
Oh,
hear
I
about
like
that?
that.
Okay.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
they're making a crime story about Bill Clinton.
Is he gonna get a
staying in
blowjob?
Clinton.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Are they gonna
I
show it
hope.
like the Brown Bunny?
I hope. Wait, what? The Brown Bunny?
Yeah.
Is
It's
that a
called the
movie?
Brown Bunny. It shows a real blowjob.
Did you guys see Ma?
No. Did you?
Oh.
Don't tell me you did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh god.
It's actually pretty good.
You loved it.
No, it wasn't.
No,
you
I
loved it, and you have already bought
I
it.
didn't see it, but I owned it and then I watched it.
I bought it because I love it.
Did you hear that?
It shows a penis.
Yes. Yeah, I like
That's
that idea.
kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that. I think that works.
I like it better.
I think
than,
it's cool because he was originally Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mark Wahlberg has been cast as Sully in the Uncharted movie.
I think it's
And-
cool.
Tom Holland is
Well,
Nathan now, right?
but he was
Yeah.
and he was recently, or excuse me, back in the day when they were doing this 10 years ago, or whatever.
He wanted to be in it. Yeah.
You know, didn't they originally cast him as Nathan
Yeah.
Drake?
They've had like 3 or 4 people. Yeah.
But he was
probably
originally
him,
cast
yeah.
as Nathan Drake, and then it got scrapped entirely, and so he lost the role or whatever.
Yeah.
Now he's Sully, which is kind of a cool ode to like what he wanted to do back then. Now
Yeah.
he's older, so it's like, yeah, he could
So
totally
he kind
play
of
like
he is like, as far as what the story they're telling, like young Sully was pretty much
Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I talked a lot of shit on this in the past, like a week ago, a month ago, whenever we talked about it. I kind of like it more now though, just because Tom Holland isn't like a little kid, so it's still gonna be like
Yeah.
Uncharted. It's not gonna be like I didn't really like when he was like a really little kid in the game.
Younger.
Yeah.
You mean even like first Spider-Man young, like
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think it'll work.
Yeah, he's grown up.
We'll
He's
see.
he's like it's weird, but like as the years pass, it's like yeah, he's like that thing recently where he had that sad drunk phone call with with
Person
the
with Disney?
CEO, yeah, or whatever, and got them to do another. And he was drunk. I was like, oh, he's young. He's old enough
He's like
to drink.
22, I think.
Like, oh shit! Like I didn't even
I think
think
he's
about it.
23 actually.
Yeah.
Did you guys see
Oh, we did that. We already did this.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I think we're drunk right now
Yeah.
too. But
They're tinkering with Venom being rated R because of Joker's success. But Venom was supposed to be rated R anyway.
did you hear that? I'm throwing random crap out now, but we don't have to talk about any of it. Her fight scene at the end
Was
thrown
it
in.
wasn't.
Her
was
punch
thrown
in
in.
the face scene.
But I guess so they're saying Captain Marvel's fight scene with Thanos was a last minute addition to Avengers Endgame.
Right.
But way before it came out, everyone thought she was gonna be the
But she was
one, and that does everything, and she didn't do shit. So everyone was like, "Oh yeah, they took her out more than we thought she was even gonna be in it."
Right. So you think there was actually a lot more to it, and they actually just trimmed it down?
I think
they're
they
just
trimmed
trying
it
to
down personally because
make
people were
her
like,
cooler.
"Fuck her, if she's fucking savior." Fuck
Right.
shit.
Right.
I don't know though.
She did take down that ship, which is pretty cool. But
Oh yeah, have you watched the Invisible Man trailer?
it looks awesome.
The new
Lee Winnell's new movie.
It's called Soul.
or Soul. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
it's called Soul.
Soul. Yeah, shit.
It looks like
it looks awesome.
it looks like Inside Out.
But you're talking.
Do you think it's
Invisible
going to
Man,
be? Do you think Soul is going to connect to Inside Out, and the things that control your emotions are going to meet up with your soul?
Your soul. That'd be cool.
And fuck each other.
I mean, they bone. That's what they do.
Big soul
So
emotion,
they
baby.
bang and then.
Create a new human.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you
There
ever
was some
watched that,
Star Wars stuff that
Yeah.
I saw.
but yeah.
Lucasfilm reportedly limits creative control in Star Wars movies,
Yeah,
like
you
from
know
here
that.
on or before.
Yeah, so it's actually like
That's cool.
it's from because remember we haven't talked about this either. The whole Game of Thrones guys.
Oh, I don't wanna talk about that.
That's
Let's talk
what
about
this.
it.
That's what this is.
Do we want to talk about that? That's a long conversation.
It is a long conversation,
That motherfuckers admitted to what we've been saying
right?
forever.
Yeah.
They literally just like, we didn't know what we were doing,
And
so we just
then
quit
backed
doing
out
it.
of Star Wars right after. Literally the next day, they said that they had no idea what the hell they were doing. The next day, they were Disney and them were like, "Yeah, we're not doing our Star Wars movie." And it was
Yeah.
like,
Well, they also canceled their panel.
coincidence. What?
They canceled
They
the
canceled
panel,
that panel, and
Right.
which people were like, That's
and they said
not
they
good.
canceled it because they were balls deep in Star Wars
Yeah.
stuff. It's
Yeah.
like,
Balls deep in
oh,
each other.
actually,
and
we're not even doing Star Wars.
And they're-
Fuckers, they're
and they're-
home crying
they're
to their
Netflix.
rich dads. They're little fuckers.
Yeah, the
Fuck
Netflix
them.
the Netflix show that they're doing as well, the fantasy show that they're doing for Netflix. You know about that,
Oh.
I
right?
didn't know it was a fantasy
They had
show.
two different. They had two. Well, I don't know if it's. I think it did. Some article alluded to that it was going to be a fantasy, but who knows what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But they were juggling the two. So it was a Netflix special that they had, like a Netflix series, big time, like tons of money in it, and Star Wars, and that was their excuse. Was like, we can't juggle two big things. We have to like. Focus.
They couldn't even juggle the one big thing,
right?
Yeah, so, of course they can't do two.
I know they're probably gonna do terrible at Netflix show, and they're gonna be like, wow, what the hell did David Benioff and wife actually do besides read the books and go do that?
They seriously,
right?
They might be the biggest hack con men in Hollywood right now.
Right? That's
For
what
real.
I think too. Yeah. No
I
joke.
think I'll give them this. They know how to adapt
from a book to a movie, for sure.
Something that's already created.
But how
they
hard
were
is
the ones
it?
directing it. They weren't doing all the
I
big
know,
stuff.
yeah.
They
costumes, nothing.
They were good
at
cutting down like to the bare bones of this is a good way to tell this story for the most part. But I love Game of Thrones. I love all of it except for the last episode, honestly.
Yeah.
But a lot of people complain in about the middle that like there was a lot of stuff that was important that was getting cut out, and like for me it didn't matter because I haven't read the books. But,
exactly. But
that kind of speaks to even they didn't even know really what they were doing from then, you know?
Yes, exactly. It's like how hard is it actually to read a book and go, yeah, this probably can be taken out. Mm-hmm. We should probably show this.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody with a creative mind, anybody who has a little knowledge of like how a good movie or TV show will go, can do that. I feel.
Oh yeah.
So it's especially in this show.
Yeah. Because
you watch
a super crazy like show.
Long form
was
show
it
like
season
that too,
3 or 4 when Arya is teamed up with the Hound?
Yeah.
And then in the last season, like, hey, we're going to King's Landing.
Yeah.
And they don't show us more.
Yeah.
That's like one of the best parts of the seasons, but they fucked off about it.
Because I think they got like anxiety or something and just like shut down.
The way
that all played out was just like I think they just got like super anxiety because they had to write what was going to happen next. I think they couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
like that. I think it's real human stuff. I think they freaked out and just like fuck, we don't know what to do. Because I've listened to like and watched like who these guys are. They ain't shit. Like one of them was just the other one's friend, and the first one he has a rich dad and he helped him like finance some shit movies. Like, I don't know what they are, but they were shit. They were like they're like teen movies or something. And I think they just I don't think they had a fucking clue what they were doing.
Soon they literally like walked into a small room or whatever, and as soon as they closed the door, they were like, I cannot believe we got this far. Mm-hmm. Like, holy shit. And they would be like, oh shit. And then they'd walk back out and be like, yeah, we're really smart.
Well, they had all the best people in the game around them.
I think they were doing that for a long time. And then when it finally came to them writing, sitting down, actually doing things, they went into the room and they were like, oh fuck, oh fuck. Like, Jesus. Like, they freaked out. And then they went out and just...
What are they going to do?
They were like, do that, I think. Mm-hmm. Then they did it, and then I think even down to the coffee cup being in the freaking scene
and the water bottle.
Yeah, and the water bottle where they're just like going action. You know what I mean? Yeah, just do this because we don't know what the fuck.
The way those last things play out, George R.R. Martin gave them the groundwork. This happens, this happens, and it damn near looks like it's like
that's exactly what happens. Exactly. Yeah. There's no in between. There's no filler.
They didn't even like. At first, it almost looks like they were kind of trying to write some filler, and then
they were like, "We don't know what we're doing."
And then the last season, they didn't write any filler. They're like, they go here, they go here. Oh, like halfway through season 7, and all of season 8, it's like they go here, they go here, they go here. This happens, it's over.
Yeah,
I don't think they wrote anything.
Yeah.
I legit don't think they wrote anything in between there, like at all.
And then they got a bunch of money, and they're like, "Okay, we're done with convent." Anyways. I agree. And I think that's exactly what this Lucasfilm reportedly is trying to do with their creative control. They're trying to now really look at people's history and be like, okay, what actually have they done? What, like, let's really look into this instead of... Because I feel like they also... Same with... not that he's bad, but Rian Johnson. I feel like they're afraid about that, too, because it displeased a lot of people.
Oh, Rian Johnson's dick.
Yeah.
97% Knives Out. Fuck off. It can't be that good.
They say it is.
It can't be that good.
I don't know.
Even the audience scores.
I'm excited for it.
But I really want to see it.
We do.
I do too.
I love Rian Johnson. Actually,
I do too.
Looper's one of my favorite movies.
I think it's the same thing with Disney. They're like, okay, Last Jedi obviously didn't hit a right tone with fans, and we're getting a lot of backlash for it. So let's maybe figure out who we're what they're doing and what they actually have control of.
That's what's so hard with The Last Jedi is it is a great movie.
Yes.
It just doesn't work for where we were at.
Right.
But then it comes down to the whole bare bones that they didn't plan out a trilogy.
No.
J.J. Abrams just came in and threw out a movie, made a bunch of red herrings and things that people had to like, ooh, I wonder what this is.
Tie into that too.
And then they throw in Rian Johnson. It's like, make whatever the fuck you want. He's like, well, I mean, I don't want to sit and chase J.J. Abrams' little tail here. I want to make a movie. So he made a great movie.
Right.
It just the outrage and anger, even on my end a little bit, it's just you kind of fucked off on like a very deep-seated like fan base here.
Yeah.
You can't fuck with
But
that.
now they're going back to it.
But now they're going back to it, for sure, yeah.
He's going to clean up the parent thing. He's going to clean up all the loose ends.
Yeah.
Supposedly Snoke's going to have more of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything.
Palpatine has to have a reason.
Everything. I heard every single movie is going to have a tie into this movie,
Mm-hmm.
and I heard everything is supposed to be wrapped up very nicely.
And they said this is the last Star Wars movie for a while.
Skywalkers.
Fucking hope
This
so.
is this is the last Star Wars
Skywalker.
movie for like
It's
2
the last
years.
2 years.
They have one planned for like 2020
Already, yeah.
or
Is it
2022.
Rian Johnson's trilogy?
No.
We don't know.
No, it's the guys who left Game of Thrones. The guys who had Game of Thrones. It's that movie, I think.
I have a theory that that's Rian Johnson's. I have a theory that they were
Okay.
working on the same one together.
Oh.
They never announced it.
Interesting.
And
now
they
it's
kicked
just
them
Rian
out because
Johnson.
they brought them in to like help like flesh it out.
And they're like, yeah, dude,
oh
this
yeah,
is
you
like-
guys don't know what the fuck you're doing, right? Get the
Maybe,
fuck
yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
I hope it's a sequel to the Ewok movie. Like
There's already a sequel. There's 2 Ewok movies.
Oh, sorry,
Also-
the third one.
I'm down.
Which is cool.
Down like
Another thing,
Chinatown.
The Ewok movies and this Christmas special are big things
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Jon Favreau really liked, and that's what's kind of being played into the Mandalorian, which is cool.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like this step in from Lucasfilm a little bit has already like bled into the Mandalorian and
Oh, yeah.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Jedi. Oh yeah.
both
anyways,
of
yeah.
those stories are the Star Wars stories I want to fucking see.
Yeah.
They're fucking amazing.
Yeah.
This is what I want to see from Star
Right.
Wars. Jedi Fallen Order has been the most awesome experience I've had with a game or a Star Wars anything in
a long time.
forever.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It
It's
is.
so just, ugh, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I think they're going to build in Snoke. I think Snoke's going to show up in The Mandalorian.
Oh really?
That's my theory.
And like that's how he came to be.
I
or
think
whatever.
not this season. I think there's going to be a couple
Right.
seasons of Mandalorian, and I think season 2 or 3,
It's gonna be like
Snoke will
Snoke
show
is-
up.
This is
where
what
they're going
Snoke
to flesh
is
him
doing.
out.
Mm.
Because that would build into
Mhm.
Force Awakens. more.
Right.
It would have to.
Well, with like you're saying, Jedi Fallen Order and Mandalorian, they're doing so much fan service in such a good way.
Oh, yeah. It's
Like
not,
they're not. It's not like
not belittling. It's just
it's,
like...
or blatant. Like,
Mhm.
hey, here's this. It's almost like it's part of the world, and like
Yeah.
it's just something that's happening on the side, and you're like, oh, there's a thing right there. Oh, there's a, you know what I mean?
They're making the world from the past things matter more.
Right.
Or...
Right, like
you know,
actually relevant
yeah,
instead of like,
just like,
you
hey,
see it
we're
in the
here.
one
Yeah.
movie and then it's gone for the rest of
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
Just like in, what is it? That's Attack of the Clones, right? When... Or... Is it Attack of the Clones when they're on Kashyyyk, the Wookiee planet? Or is that Revenge of the Sith?
No, I think it's Attack of the Clones when they go in. And
No, it's
all
Revenge
that.
of the Sith.
Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Sith.
yeah. Revenge of the Sith. They go to the Wookiee planet, and that was totally just like, look, here's all where the Wookiees come from.
They're like big trees.
And then in
swamps.
Fallen Order, you spend hours and hours
that
and hours
world.
living there in
Right.
that world and exploring it and meeting Wookiees, and
Right.
it's so cool.
Right.
And it's the aftermath from that battle, so you're actually experiencing it
Yeah.
and like.
There was one thing I highly
Yeah.
appreciated from the last episode of Mandalorian. It's not going to be too big of a spoiler.
It's gonna
I
be a
won't-
really
I won't
big
say a lot
spoiler.
of
Just
things,
like,
but
just
the little-
mute your microphone so you can't hear it.
The little yeah.
Perfect.
the little droids that are in episode 1.
Yes.
That are fixing the pod racers
Mhm.
and they show up in this. I'm
Yeah.
like, that is so cool and so random
Just
that
'cause
like
it's in Tatooine.
yeah, because it's Tatooine. That's
Yeah.
what it is. So like yes,
Isn't
that's
the show
freaking
based
awesome.
on Tatooine?
Nope.
Or they haven't said?
This
No,
is
they
the first time
definitely,
went
they
to
definitely
Tatooine.
said.
they have
They
some-
definitely said. Yeah, they said it in this episode. Actually,
I only saw
so.
episode 1, but I don't know shit.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They're not like, hey, look, remember these robots? It's just they're here. This is Tatooine. This is what they do. They're little robots that work on ships and stuff, and it just happens because that's what happens.
Right.
And then he goes to the fucking cantina. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's so many.
It's
It's
so
so good the way they call back to things, and yet still don't focus on it. They still just. It's not like a hey, look, here's this. It's like a here's the story, and oh yeah, there's that random thing that's going on in the background. If you catch it, cool. If not, it doesn't matter because we're still telling this main
story's
story.
happening. Yeah, it's not the fan service isn't
the main
dictating what's happening in the show.
Exactly.
It's just this is the fucking world.
World.
I mean, this is
This
the
is the
world.
universe.
We're gonna
This
go
is
to
everything.
Tatooine. We're gonna go to these places.
Yes.
There's gonna be these robots, these creatures, these people, because that's what are in these places.
So good. It's so cool.
I just had this idea for a while with Jon Favreau. He should just do all the Disney live actions.
And
I feel like we can trust him.
There's a
He did
big
a good
theory.
job.
There's a big theory that he is going to be what Kevin Feige was to Marvel.
Yeah, they should.
Because of what he's doing with Mandalorian, he's actually going to be kind of the
For Star Wars or for
Disney
Disney?
for Star Wars. But I know they've also already
He
said
can
that
fucking just
Kevin
be
Feige.
that guy for Disney.
But they said Kevin Feige is
Come to Star
also
Wars
coming
too,
to Star Wars to
yeah.
kind of flesh out the overall.
But, yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised at all if Jon Favreau and Feige are together and they're like, okay, yeah, this is here, this is here, everything. This is how everything adds up. Okay, it's all making sense.
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, J.J. Abrams, do a movie. Hey, Ryan Johnson, do a movie right after J.J. Abrams that you have no idea.
Hey, Contra Favaro.
Yeah.
However the fuck you got
Right.
Jurassic World. You got Star Wars
Yeah,
now
go
too.
to Star
you
Wars,
fucker.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you made a shitty ass movie. Never mind.
Right. And that's
You only
again,
made
the
one
creative-
decent movie before. Why did we give you Jurassic Park
Right.
and Star Wars?
Right.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Do you appreciate the fan art at the end of the episodes of Mandalorian as
Oh,
much as I
yeah.
do? Not
Oh,
the fan
yeah.
art, but the concept art.
The concept art. So cool.
So cool.
Like, there's like 6 solid pics of like the
Of
episode
what
that
was
just barely
of what it
happened
was
and
gonna
then-
look like too.
Yeah.
Like there's sometimes like.
It's
Can you
like
imagine
way
if it looked
different.
like that? It's like, holy
yeah.
shit. Like
Yeah.
the lady in the last one, there was just a lady with the puffy hair.
Oh, yeah.
She was like that like little crippled
Yeah.
creature with like the hood on.
Right.
I was like, can you imagine if that's what she was?
Dang.
It's
I didn't
the
even think-
the thing you see the baby at the end of the first episode, right?
Yes.
So you know the
Yes.
Baby Yoda?
there's
Yes.
a baby Yoda. Okay.
Whatever that species is called.
They don't know.
Baby
Nobody
Yoda.
knows. Yeah,
No
it's
one
Baby
knows.
Yoda. Never been mentioned.
It's awesome.
Speaking of Game of Thrones, while we're on it real quick. House of the Dragon. And the other one getting
Scrapped.
canceled
Yeah.
with that had like an actual
They have a
and
pilot.
cast,
There's a
pilot,
then.
Yeah.
everything. Budget got scrapped just like that. Why? Do you think it was
I think
David
it's
and
the backlash.
do you think it was Benioff? And do you think they were kind of over it, and then they were like, no, not at all.
I think it's more fan service because season 7 didn't give us, or sorry, 8 didn't do service at all.
Okay.
And I feel like that's what they're doing. Everyone wants to see the Targaryens. Everyone wants to see the Mad King. After the shit show they gave us.
Personally,
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't give a fuck. Go do something else. Like Jesus Christ. Like
I
yeah,
like
Game
it.
of Thrones is one and done. Go do something like new and original. Like
Mhm.
the fact that all these shows are now getting spin-offs like The Walking Dead and all that shit. I'm like, fuck you. It's just because we're getting to a point where nobody can fucking think and everybody wants money.
Mhm.
That's all. It's like
Yeah, I've tuned out on the Game of Thrones shit. I could care less
Yeah.
what they're making now.
Yeah, it's just like-
when I see these articles, I don't even read them now. I don't even
Why
read
don't
them.
they
I
just
I don't
talk to
care.
us? Not us, but the fuckers
The fans, the
watching
people
this
who
shit.
actually want-
We have ideas,
Well, that's what
fresh
they try to
ideas.
do. I think they try to gauge what the fans want, and then they
No,
just
but
go
I'm just
and run
talking
with
remaking
something.
everything. They want to redo Pirates. They want to redo Shrek. They're
Terminator.
talking redo. They keep fucking with Terminator. They want to redo Catching or the Hunger
I had
Games.
written down Terminator. This is so old news. But
I know.
It like lost $130 million.
Right,
yeah.
And like James Cameron's like, this is gonna be the one. It's like fuck
It
off.
should
I'm
have
gonna make
been.
Avatar.
I never saw it, but
That's why it's losing $130 million.
telling you.
You were the
You
guy
know.
defending it, and you.
baby was born. It couldn't go.
Well, that's no excuse.
I would have bought it. I would have loved it, man. You know me.
I don't think you're gonna love it.
Shit. I'm gonna watch it
Same people
naked.
liked it, I guess.
I
yeah.
was getting to something. I don't remember anymore. But
You guys want to talk about?
Yeah. Sorry. Lighthouse and stuff.
Lighthouse,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's actually do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
why just spill your
Oh,
beans?
shit. Yeah, we'll do it later. But
Chernobyl creator reboot. That's the thing. We can't really do it later because we're so behind.
I know. But
There's gonna be a new Pirates of the Caribbean, and I'm Jack Sparrow.
Oh, shit.
there he is.
There's the Yoda.
We recently saw the Lighthouse a month ago.
Yes,
A
we
month
did.
ago.
Very, very recently, a month ago.
This is
so-
recorded in October.
We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You don't?
No, I mean I
Um,
do, but I don't.
The Lighthouse.
It was fantastic. The acting was great. I love the way that it was shot and portrayed on screen with the teeny tiny. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know
Yeah,
what
the
it's
aspect
called.
ratio of it. Yeah.
Aspect ratio was dope.
Mhm.
The black and white worked perfectly. The weirdness worked perfectly.
The aspect ratio worked really good because he almost incorporated just dark settings on the outside, and it just flowed into it, where it almost looked like it wasn't. It was
just went right into it.
This is good.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I was very into it to the point where my wife was like, "Okay, calm down." And I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just really liking like the acting and the
weird.
The way he beat the shit out of that pigeon or that seagull just really got me going.
When he was throwing dirt on Willem Dafoe's face,
and just
or the fact that he went on a huge rant about not liking his steak or his lobster or whatever, and then
you enjoyed it.
He's like, "Yeah, okay, I like your lobster." Like, don't.
My favorite part of the movie was that part,
right?
Say you like my cooking.
That was your favorite part, huh?
I love that part.
Yeah. No, I love the rant.
Say you like my cooking.
Yeah.
I also
he's just in the corner. Waits his well, he was just like before he was ranting when he was still sitting down, and he was just like rambling on. Robert Pattinson was just like rambling on about nothing. He's like, "Say you like my cooking." He just was talking about something completely different. Yeah. He's like fucked up. And he's like, "You gotta like my lobster."
Right.
And he still was just like rambling about something completely different, and then he just stands up and curses him and screams at him for 10-15 minutes. "Oh, I like your lobster." It was just so chaotic and crazy.
Great.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
I'm just glad
I love his imagery. I love the way he portrays the time that he's trying to hit. Because I feel like he does almost too good a job where it's like, man, this is so fucking like real. Like this is like how it probably was in a lighthouse at that time. Like
just like the dialogue and everything too.
And he does that, but he does it too with the frame rate. He does it with the black and white. He does it like everything he chooses to do.
He used cameras from that time too.
Yeah.
Camera lenses from that time.
A cool thing, he built the lighthouse.
They built that whole set. Yeah,
fucking cool. That's so awesome.
And how do you guys feel about the homoerotic undertones?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Like they're staring at each other, almost making
right.
out.
And they kind of do. Don't they kind of?
No.
They go.
Oh yeah, that's right. They bow to and they punch you. Yeah, they're like kind of like.
No, I've like watched too many things and read too many interviews to talk about it now because it's just like I already know like what the director was going for and everything.
Oh yeah, totally.
But just like the lighthouse is supposed to look like a dick and there's like lots of vagina metaphors and shit.
Like even the
mermaid vagina.
The actual
big
vagina. Goopy mermaid's vagina.
I just like how he made it okay to masturbate aggressively the way he does in that movie.
Did he make it okay?
Like, I'm not the only one, you know?
Well, I got in trouble when I was doing it during the movie.
I did. I was the only one in the theater.
I got in trouble when I was doing it alone in my house. So
your wife called you.
God watched.
Are you masturbating?
Stop
Knock it off! I can hear you from here.
I can hear you across town. You're jacking it like a goddamn jackhammer.
No, I guess my thing is like I would love to be the director who could actually think of all of that before actually like filming it, because holy shit, that is such a deep metaphorical movie, and yet I feel like he nails it. Like he nails it, and like and same with The Witch. Like he just nails what he's trying to do.
He knows exactly what he wants to do.
Yes.
How he wants to shoot it.
How do you think of shit like that?
How do you think to shoot it in that aspect ratio?
Yeah.
That whatever 4:3, whatever that is. Just like I want to shoot like that. Like some amateur asshole could just be like, I'm gonna shoot like that.
Exactly.
But he's just like, no.
He does it for a purpose, a reason,
this
and
works
it actually
for the
works.
movie I'm making, and I want it to be black and white.
Yeah.
It's like other people are just like, why?
So much cool.
Because that's
creative
what works.
Like just thinking. I'm just so impressed by the way he actually like does his movies, because it's like, man, I feel like honestly he is one of the directors that I feel I would really like to be. Like
I agree.
That's how I would like to portray my movies and my characters and my emotions or thoughts or whatever, you know what I mean? Like that's how I would like to do it. But I could never. Did I like Lighthouse or Witchmore?
I kind of like Lighthouse more.
So I think I like The Witch.
I love The Witch.
I think I like The Witch more. Only because I really like the setting. I don't get me wrong, I love the setting of Lighthouse, but I really like the old timey like witch folklore. Like that's just personal. Like that's what I like. Like werewolves, vampires, witches, ghosts, whatever. You know what I mean? Those type of things I really like, and I really, really like how he portrayed the witch. Yeah. So I think that's more why I like it.
I came home and watched The Witch the night right after I watched Lighthouse. I came home and watched The Witch. I like The Witch more. definitely. I loved The Lighthouse, but like.
But you guys
Yeah.
have also seen The Witch more.
Yeah, well...
I need to watch Lighthouse again. But
I need to watch it.
I think I like The Witch more.
Yeah.
But yes, the setting in those woods of The Witch is. I'm literally thinking about it right now, and I'm actually like goosebumps.
It's creepy as
just
shit.
that shot of just like the. And it's like just showing where they live. It creeps me out.
Yeah.
Like the way he shot that, and just the visuals and sights and sounds and
The goat.
children
Black
involved.
Phillip.
Yeah.
Those little kids involved and everything.
Yeah,
And, like, the baby gets
Well,
smashed.
how they slowly start to kind of go mad and stuff in the movie, and you feel like you're getting really weird with them.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
And one of
fuck
the
is going
biggest
on?
final things that I liked more about The Witch is that it is very final. It builds up and just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is this in their heads? Is there really a witch smashing their babies up and rubbing on them? I think it is. But then like, at the very end, is the goat really the devil? Right. Yes, the goat's really the devil. Yes, there's really witches in the woods.
Right.
End.
Yeah.
That lighthouse. And then the lighthouse...
Is there a mermaid? Who knows? Is there actually... Does he actually die in the end? Who knows?
Yeah.
Like...
What's in the light? Who knows? Which is fun, which I like.
It's fine, yeah.
But I just, like... it ends and there's no finality to it at all.
Right.
It's just like...
Whereas the witch was like, that is
Well,
it.
there
It's
is...
just, he just, like... Did he just go crazy because he drank too much? Because he's drinking gasoline? And
But I
he
think
just, like, wandered
this
out
is-
to the rocks and towards...
This is also the beauty. I feel like he did. I feel like he was trying to go so opposite yet so same with both the movies. So I feel like The Witch, he got famous big and did well and got a lot of awards and stuff, known. So he did The Lighthouse and he was like, how can I do something that's completely different yet still in the same tone? And I
think he's kind of so crazy though that he probably wasn't even thinking about that. It just kind of happened.
maybe, but I feel like it was calculated only because at the very end of The Witch, she gets raised up and she go and it. Okay, by the way, both movies I absolutely am like chilled to the bone when I'm watching it. At the very end, I'm like, oh my god, that is so fucking. He is nailing like the emotion that I like. He's visually representing the emotion that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Both times. So at the end of The Witch, I was like absolutely terrified, dread, like there is evil. Holy shit! Like but
we saw it the first time. We sat there and we didn't say a word. We were just like,
yeah.
We walked in the parking lot. I hadn't said anything yet. And like, bye.
See you later. Yeah. like I was so like with the witch, both of them really.
Witch
but
shook me.
But
I
the
love
witch,
that, yeah.
like she ascends, and it's like it's trying to make so light of something that's so literally heavy with what's happening on the screen that I was just like, that is probably how the devil works. You know what I mean? Like, but then The Lighthouse was like the opposite. He saw something, and he laughed hysterically about it, which I also love the distortion on his
scream.
and
He was
yeah,
screaming
the
and
screaming
laughing,
laugh,
like,
yeah.
Like I don't even know if he's
exactly.
Like,
and that's the other thing about the movie. I feel like The Witch is very contained and very like this is what you're supposed to feel. The Lighthouse is like chaos and like literally trying to represent chaos.
Yeah.
And so the way he like laughs, screams, whatever he's doing at the end, and then falls down, it's like the exact opposite of what the witch did with her going up and being
she
so
was
like
laughing happily.
Yeah, she was happy and she was like finally accepted and blah blah blah. Whereas
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson was like going mad and descending.
There's
into,
the parallels too of if they're the same person too,
right?
Because
right.
I felt like.
Oh yeah, totally. Even with the same name. And
I don't
everything.
think we have time to go over it, but
no. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Just the parallels of potentially Willem Dafoe is what he can become,
right?
And Willem Dafoe
has become, and
is almost like his conscience trying to help him prevent that because as they start here and they keep getting closer and closer, and at some point in the movie, I feel like
they are the same.
They become the same person.
Yeah.
Because I think the point was him killing the bird. Because Willem Dafoe, it makes no sense. He keeps telling him, get away from the birds, get away from the birds, get away from the birds, and then he kills the bird, and that's about the point when they start becoming the same person and losing their minds. And when he looks into the light, in my opinion, is him seeing, that's me.
Himself.
He almost sees a reflection of himself, and it's Willem Dafoe, and that's the point he realizes, that's me. That's what I've become. The person that I absolutely hate, who I think is a disgusting, terrible person,
is me.
That's actually me. And the reason that Willem Dafoe has a limp is because when he falls down the stairs, he actually breaks his leg.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then gets pecked to death by
Yeah,
seagulls.
that's the biggest thing I have an
Right.
issue with this movie is that end scene I feel like was art to be art.
Yeah.
Because it has the metaphors from what he was saying. It represents these Greek
What he was
gods
screaming. Yeah.
and all this, like Prometheus and is the one that gets his guts pulled out by the birds. And I almost feel like he just put that there because that's part of the metaphor. It's almost like mother level pandering to me a little bit. That's what brings the movie down a little bit for me.
Okay.
Great visual, fantastic visual. Makes no sense in the greater scheme of the movie except for to meet his metaphor.
Well, exactly, and the same thing with the mermaid. I feel like the mermaid was the same way. It wasn't necessarily an actual mermaid. I don't think it could have been an actual mermaid.
Yeah,
I
think
there's
that works
so
more
many
better,
interpretations
though, with what was going on though with the madness building in. That end scene was just kind of like. So what?
Yeah. So
with the mermaid, it can be. With the mermaid, it's like, whoa, is this in his head? This is like just creepy, weird. Like it's
well, he even says like
setting in.
mermaid. The sirens or like the songs.
That's what drove my last person crazy. Yeah. And when he says that I drove the last person crazy, I think he was talking about himself. Drove me crazy, and that's how come I went
Another
crazy.
thing I actually noticed in the movie, and I want to talk about while we're doing this, when he's painting the lighthouse, the side of it, and he falls.
You hear a light break.
Yeah, and when he falls, his light. Yeah, he like obviously does that, but the seagull's sitting there right before, and for some reason, Willem Dafoe's character just isn't there. Like either like he doesn't help, he doesn't call down like, "Hey, are you okay?" or nothing. It's just like he's just gone. Like it's almost like he fell and then he was himself again right there with Willem Dafoe like, at the same time, and they were both literally looking at it the same scenario. Like that was the first time I was watching the movie where I was like, they might be the same person.
The seagull
or some
almost
type
kind of represents his conscience in a way, like as Willem Dafoe, like in that scene, like the birds there seeing him
as Willem Dafoe.
It's not Willem Dafoe, but it's kind of the same thing in his head of Willem Dafoe, like sitting there watching him.
Yeah.
There's a lot that can be taken out of it.
Yeah, and I think that's why it's so good and yet drastically different from The Witch is that I feel like The Witch was very contained and this is what he wanted to tell, whereas The Lighthouse was very sporadic and it is what he wanted to tell, but it's kind of more left up to interpretation.
Not the same type of narrative at all. Yeah. But that's the thing. Like that because through the whole thing, you can interpret a lot and everything. I just don't know what I'm supposed to interpret from the end because
yeah, and maybe that's the whole point. Is like,
don't know what to interpret
you
from
finally
that.
feel like you know what you're seeing, and then the end happens, and you're like, "Fuck!" Now I have no idea what.
And that's kind of what I feel like it doesn't mean anything at that point.
Right.
That one point.
Right.
I think the rest of it can be built into a greater idea of everything, but that one scene, I don't think there's a lot to be interpreted from it. It's just kind of met his end. Like I was saying, that's why it's kind of like Mother. Mother is just like it's this because this is the metaphor I'm saying.
Right.
It's just like, that's stupid.
It's like, no, but all the rest of the movie was saying something different.
And the mother just happens just like, well, she's Mother Earth, and it's like, because that's what my metaphor is.
Right.
So that's the only thing that throws me off on it. So.
Except he was telling the story about his friend that was cast out in the ocean. That's what I got from it. Because when Willem Dafoe starts calling him out, because it's not his real name. I don't remember his name.
Tom. They were both named Tom in the end.
Tom.
Yeah.
That was the point where he started realizing that.
Yeah, that was like on the nose, like.
But Pattinson tells a story about his shipmate or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I thought that maybe he was the shipmate. And that's why he's washed up on shore getting pecked by seagulls. Because that was actually him.
Oh, so he's actually dealing with like a ghost of him? Of his.
No, I think he's just dying and hallucinating. I don't think that, but I got that vibe. Because he told that story. They made a point to tell that story of his shipmate.
Right.
Yeah.
And then for him to just wash up randomly after falling down the stairs and all that, I was like, well, maybe he is. I've watched zero YouTube. I've read zero things. This is just me.
Yeah.
I got the vibe that maybe he was that story, and he was just laying there hallucinating. Seagulls are pecking at him. He kills the seagull because maybe he's annoyed at seagulls.
Yeah.
I was thinking
that's why I feel like the seagulls need to represent more than just annoyance because it was so on the nose of how weird it was with him. The one thing that could, the only thing that I can rationally say about him ending up on the shore is that even looking in the light, he was just so fucked up.
Yeah.
From drinking gasoline, it was melting his insides.
Right.
Like disjoining his brain.
Yeah.
And he seriously just opened that light and he didn't even see anything. He could have not even gone and looked at the light.
Right.
He was just so fucked up and so just like delusional
Gone.
that he literally just wandered out and passed out in the fucking ocean.
Naked though?
Oh, my thought is he
After the
wandered out.
mermaid
He
ring.
wandered out into the ocean.
There it is.
So he actually, my thought was he actually walked out into the ocean. He got like washed up, like so he was out in the ocean. He's getting tossed and turned, whatever. Ended up naked or whatever, thrown against the rocks, bashed against rocks, however many times, and then he finally landed.
Well, even
there and was
ending up
just-
naked, that kind of goes with the same idea. He's so fucked up. He just took his clothes off and wandered off into the rocks.
masturbated to the seagulls. And
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, which seagull wants it? I gotta pee.
Wants-
We'll talk about
What's the
Parasite.
chum?
Who wants the real chum?
Yeah, I need to watch it again. Watched it at 10 a.m.
I think I did like Witch more though, overall. But I do really like The Lighthouse. I was probably equally as impressed with it, honestly. I absolutely loved it. I was just there's definitely two different things that are going on in those movies, and I think The Witch was a lot more, like we were saying, just this is what I'm telling, and that's it. It's finalized.
I just don't think you have to think as much with The Witch.
Exactly.
You don't have to wonder as much.
Exactly. And I'm not saying, like, I like the metaphorical, I love metaphorical or, like, psychological movies. Like, I love that stuff. But being the two movies that they are, I think I just like The Witch more.
Right.
And, again, it's because a witch is just fucking scary to me. And I think he really did a good job with making the mermaid scary too. Like the sirens or whatever. Like even that was just like when he tears her out of that seaweed and she starts like scream laughing or whatever. I was like,
After he grabs
like
her
it gave me
tits.
it gave me freaking chill. I was like, what the like it just the way he does his imagery is just so like real. It's like so bare bone that it's like chilling how because every scary movie is like CGI. Let's make this monster so big and blah or whatever, you know what I mean? And then that is just so simple. It's so simple to the point where it's like that's how it probably would have been, and that's what's more scary about it is like the fact that it would have been like that. If anything, you know what I mean? Just the way he portrays the witch as well as the siren or the mermaid.
Yeah.
I just really like how he portrays his monsters or whatever you want to call them because I feel like he does. It's so bare bones, simplistic. Like the witch just being like that old haggly witch thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or the mermaid just being a normal ass mermaid, but like as soon as he tears her out of that seaweed, she like screeches, laughs, and like looks. She's like pretty, and you're like, you could see how you would be
into, like the siren
right
mythology.
But
too.
she's pretty. But then all of a sudden, there's that really weird, scary thing about her where it's just like, she has a freaking fin though. Yeah, but
oh yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're not gonna go into that, but yeah. But what I'm saying is the way he portrays.
The way her vagina sat though, you kind of would have to straddle her, kind of like a girl would straddle you though.
You gotta like hang her up on a hook.
Yeah. A sex swing.
Here, baby, chill here for a second.
I can't breathe. Yeah, it won't be that long. Don't worry.
I'll use it for tuna afterwards. Don't worry about it. Anyways,
no, I see.
Lighthouse and Witch, both great movies. So
I'd give the Lighthouse
what do you give
an
it?
8,
Okay.
and I'd give the Witch 9.
Okay, I give them both a 9.
I'd give them both
Fair.
9.
I just
Fair.
my only thing with but we were just talking about it, but The Witch and Lighthouse, they're just very. The Witch is very. This is what The Witch is. The Lighthouse is very. You decide what The Lighthouse is.
But that's
you know
what I
mean?
stand by with The Witch and The Lighthouse. I've seen The Witch probably 6 times, and I have this opinion. I've seen The Lighthouse once, and I was impacted that much.
I need to see it more. Yeah.
And that's why I kind of feel like I like The Lighthouse more. Because
Okay.
one
I was
viewing,
impacted more by
Right,
it.
you're like, wow.
The Witch,
Yeah.
6 times
took
later.
you a while, yeah.
I love The Witch.
See, that's the opposite for me. The first time I saw The Witch hit me a lot harder than The Lighthouse.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because now I know the director and I know the movie The Witch. So watching Lighthouse is like I kind of know what to expect. Kind of.
Yeah.
You know, obviously it was completely out there and like holy shit, everything that I watched was amazing and crazy and different. But at the end of the day, I was like, I still had those goosebumps that I got from The Witch that I got in The Lighthouse. It was still the same feeling of like whether the emotion again, right? Like he nails that emotion. Just I feel like the emotion at the end of The Witch was absolute terror, like absolute like evil, like wow. And then at the end of The Lighthouse was madness, like very like it doesn't like basically the whole point of the movie didn't even matter, like nothing matters, you know what I mean? Like that was the end
whole
of
thing
it.
Could not matter
Because
it could just be
the
they
whole
were
movie,
drunk
exactly,
the whole time.
The whole movie,
for what we know,
he
yeah.
wants to go to the lighthouse, so we're always thinking like, oh, what's in the lighthouse? Like, what's going on? Oh, there's tentacles and things. What the shit? He's sperming and all. What the hell's going on? And then he gets there and it doesn't show it, and he just laughs hysterically and with that like crackly the way they do the sound. That was the other thing. The sound of that movie, shit, that was so good. But the way they do that sound and then just him falling down the stairs and stuff, I was just like absolutely like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? You know, same with The Witch. That's exactly how I was with The Witch. Anyways, so The Witch, Lighthouse, great movies. 9 out of 9, 8 out of 9, 9 out of 9. Okay.
Hell yeah.
What was the other one?
Y'all going to see Star Wars?
Yeah, let's
We were talking about Star Wars. We saw Parasite too.
Oh, Parasite, shit, yeah.
Parasite. Loved Parasite.
Did you?
Loved it.
Loved a lot of it.
I haven't seen a movie like it. To me, I've seen a lot of movies.
I don't think I've seen a movie like it either.
Because I know we talked about it when we ate and stuff,
Right.
and you guys feel like the ending didn't work. The ending got just so wild.
Oh, yeah, okay, the ending. Just the way they had built to it felt very anticlimactic in the way that it actually went down.
I feel like the way they filmed it was really janky on the whole violence at the end.
At the end?
I didn't like how they filmed
Even
it.
the big ass stone just.
No, I love that. No,
Yeah, that was
when
awesome.
they were out in the yard. Spoilers anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, spoilers on everything we've talked about this whole 3 hours, but...
No, I like that part. It was fantastic. Just that was so real and raw. But then when they get out into the yard, it got all like goofy. Not goofy, but it just didn't look like it was really happening to a point.
I think it 100% should have gone the horror route at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of was trying to keep that same tone that the whole movie had. Or, not the whole movie, but like... You know what I'm saying? Like the same tone.
I knew something was going to happen. I knew the whole time. I was just like, I knew there was going to be some big violent thing at the end.
Yeah.
I knew from like when we sat down from the tone, and then it happened, and I was like, how much better would that have been if they hadn't have done that?
But that's
What if they took it in a completely different direction?
Okay.
Them infiltrating the family was one of the most enjoyable things I've seen all year.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that.
Yes.
And then that whole scene when they're eating dinner when the family's gone, so fucking fantastic.
Yes.
And then they go down to the basement with the lady, and that's kind of when it shifted, and I started not liking it very much.
Because it wasn't a creature or it wasn't
I hope
not only a creature.
No, I know what you're
I wanted to
saying,
be
something bigger than
deeper.
just
It was
just a couple staying down in the basement.
Yeah, and it just turned into like, oh, we're just mooching off them too. It's
right.
like, okay, I like that too, but I wish the dynamic almost would have just stayed between maybe the two families rather than bringing it back into other family.
Yeah, or like maybe like a sex dungeon or something just completely out there that you weren't seeing coming.
That's how
anything.
I felt.
Yeah.
When you watch the trailer, it looks mysterious. Like, what the fuck? That's why we watched it, because we watched the trailer. It looked like Crazy Rich Asians.
Whoever did that trailer, by the way, fuck you. You did a fantastic job, but fuck you. Like,
but that's, you watch it and it's like, it'll keep you guessing, and it turns like this Hitchcock vibe. It's dark and mysterious. You watch the movie and
the movie is literally called Parasite because that's what a parasite is. It changes, shifts, it morphs, right? Like that's the whole point of the movie. So,
but as you parasites in the family.
Yeah, and they're parasites in the family. Yeah,
I wasn't
home. I guess
on
whatever.
I wasn't expecting the whole. I'm going to say it again, the Tarantino formula. That's what that movie was. It was a slow build-up to a violent end.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with.
I almost feel like it wasn't a slow build-up because I felt like it was way more entertaining.
No, it was
watching them find themselves and everything than it was to watch the blow-up at the end. The Tarantino blow-up at the end.
But the flood, too. That was the other thing. Was just like,
that was just so
that was good. Yeah, I was like, man, this is like taking me for a freaking roller coaster.
Yeah,
like
all sorts of emotions.
Just keeps changing shit, like complete dynamics of story and everything, where I was just like, wow, like what, anything could happen next, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. But
then they did what we all thought was going to happen.
Right.
It was my only problem.
I just remember sitting there, and when the chick that got fired because of the peaches, When she's like, when she's just up there against her hands and her legs pushing that bookshelf, and like, what the fuck is she doing?
Exactly. It was so.
It was weird.
I was terrified at that point. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
And I was uncomfortable. Like, why is she doing this? And then she moves into the secret door. When she ran down there, she's like screaming or shouting whatever in Korean.
Yeah.
I started getting cold. So I was like, oh fuck, this is it. They're gonna do something macabre. They're gonna do some fucking Satan-y or some
weird
shit.
whatever. Yeah.
So I'm not complaining that it wasn't just another family using them, but I really thought that was like, oh fuck, there's something in the basement. Like
that's what I wanted though.
So did I.
This is my other
I was creeped
thing.
out.
I'm calling it. Antlers is going to be a lot like that movie, but actually about the monster
there's
with
really
antlers.
A creature.
Yeah. I really think that's actually what it's going to be. Like, there's going to be this whole thing where it's like, oh, what is this? And then it's actually going to be a monster, and it's going to be like,
a little kid.
It shows it in the trailer.
Yeah.
That last. Not even a second is like, what the fuck was that?
That could
so
be,
cool.
I don't even want to pause it on
be
this.
some Lighthouse stuff though. It's in the head.
Yeah, it could be.
Because there weren't no octopuses in the.
Speaking of trailers, whoever put that trailer together,
I
love how the kid is telling the story. And he's like, but at least they had each other.
Right.
Antlers, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that movie, but I even enjoyed the end. Still, I knew it was gonna happen.
Dude, I had to piss
from a
so
movie
bad.
that was so.
I really did.
From a movie that was so unpredictable for me personally, then it had what I predicted from the second I sat down. It was my only problem because it's like, keep going with that, push that. Let's see what you can do with that. I want to see some weird outlandish stuff, and then it's like, oh no, actually, just kind of like what all these.
My thing from the movie overall was how many different how many different types of storytelling I guess there were. Because you've got the family taking over the other family. Well, first you've got the poor family and how they live. Then you've got the family taking over the other family. Then you've got the flood and how, like, with the poor family and how they're going through shit. Then you've got the climactic, murder, whatever, at the end. And then you've got the whole, at the very end, the kid, trying to get his dad out or whatever, and it's kind of the same thing, history repeating itself, right? Like, there's so many different, like, genres, I feel like, of movies all wrapped in one movie. I think they did a fantastic job with that. And the fact that it was hilarious throughout. I thought it was super funny throughout. Like, all the parts and stuff, the way they talked and the way they were, like, I was like, man, I wish my family was, like, this cool. Because, like, there's some things they talk about, I was like, shit, like... Be so, anyways, but like just the way
when they were eating, then he went to punch his wife.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. It's like,
that part was like,
what is that?
Yeah, I feel that was like
breaking the glasses and shit.
That was
about
a hint.
To snap.
Yeah, that was a hint.
He was like there to snap
because I think the whole movie was like, when's it gonna happen? We don't know what's gonna happen. We know something's gonna happen. When is it gonna happen? And I feel like that was the whole point of that scene.
I feel like
was like he did it, and it was like, oh shit, here it goes, and then it didn't. It was like,
I'm just gonna kill that other guy.
Yeah, I feel like they laughed it up. I think the dad meant it.
No, he definitely.
Oh, yeah.
No, he totally meant it, but then he's just kidding.
I'm not saying I smell bad, but when he's like being the driver and they're talking shit,
that's the whole point.
I was feeling bad for him.
Yeah,
and at the end, when that dude gets stabbed, he turns him over and he's like,
that was so funny. What the?
And that's
just
like
grabbing his kid or whatever.
Like,
he's just like
literally a person dying in front of you, and the first thing you do is, oh shit,
you're like, Jesus
that
Christ.
is very bad.
But at the same time though, that rich family was so nice. None of them deserved to die.
Oh no, not at all. Yeah,
it's not his fault. People steal.
The aggressive nipple rubbing was funny, and
oh yeah,
flicking her bean hard.
Clockwise.
Yeah, I love it. She's like, don't do it, do it counterclockwise.
Then he's like, you know where I like it.
Yeah.
But like, I think you point out we're eating red ramen, but he's trying to sneak out and he just planks it and just lays
there. Like he's like crawling out and he just stops. That was my favorite part when they were sneaking out of the house.
Exactly.
When they were sneaking out of the house,
I think that's what the movie did very, very well, was all those different dynamics of story, whatever it is, whether it's suspense, humor, drama, whatever, like all of them hit. Like they all hit
when they're on the table.
Even the death, even the killing, the stabbing, it all hit.
Yeah, like they're on the table and it literally goes from suspenseful to scary, to sexual, to funny as shit,
to sad,
to pretty sad, and it's like the whole dynamic with their kid was like kind of like sad too, and like I don't know. Like that all happened in like 10 minutes.
And that's what I'm saying is like I feel like the movie nailed that. Like it did so good at being everything in one and entertaining. That's I guess the most important point about this is like it actually was cohesive and made sense and
even being in Korean. Having to read subtitles, it was still like super entertaining.
Yes, way entertaining.
That one scene,
which is hard for people to focus on.
Right, especially with so many different genres in one movie. It's just like, man,
when it's telling the story about the little kid.
Yeah.
Oh, shows just his ugly ass eyes.
Yeah, coming up with scenes like my wife was like, I'm gonna have nightmares because of that. I was like,
what was the casting call for that guy? Creepiest person that makes the
Korea
weirdest noises ever.
Yeah.
Are you a weird looking motherfucker? Can you squeal like a wildebeest in the night?
Do you look like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings?
No, that was the casting call. Was best Smeagol impression.
Yeah, that scene where he's just standing there was like, wow.
I know, it's just eyes that come up. Like, that would give me seizures. Too.
Well, and that's...
If I was upstairs and I saw his eyes come up my stairs, I would lose my shit.
Yeah. No wonder that kid was fucked up. And that's, again, another genre that it was, like, hinting, like, oh, is this going to be it? Nope.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, oh, is there going to be a freaking weird ghost creature, whatever thing? And then, no.
Because they kept talking about ghosts, and I was like, and then all of a sudden it shows up, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. But then, nope, it wasn't that, so.
And then that guy's being...
It played with the audience, and I like that. I liked how it just...
I would give that movie 9.5, honestly.
Wow.
I really liked Parasite.
Okay.
Even the ending. I loved every second of it.
I really loved it, but I'm gonna give it an 8 just because I wanted a better ending personally.
Score
good or better?
Shit. So
better or worse than the Joker?
Better, but I think
better or worse than the Chronicles of Narnia, the first one.
Worse.
The old ones.
Yeah, worse.
The BBC.
Way worse. So worse. No. I think I'm gonna give it a 7. I really liked it. Don't get me wrong. I really liked it. I've been praising it the whole time.
7's a good score.
It is.
Don't get too
my only thing about it as well is, I think he bit off more than he could chew. He did it in a very good way, but at the end of the day, I would have liked to have seen more of a, this is the movie that I'm telling, instead of let me trick the audience into what this movie is going to be. So I really liked it. I really liked the acting. I didn't care if
the ending
it
was like the basic cleanup for a movie built up like that.
Right.
It's like we're just gonna have to like do something like that.
Right. I at least expected the ending to end.
I would like more of a
closure,
original way to take it.
Oh, like somebody,
like something I wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
But it's just like we're gonna have to have a big chaotic bloody death thing.
Well,
to wrap it up.
Even the way and again. Spoiler, you already know, but even the very end when he's like telling how he's going to do it, and then he actually hasn't done it, and then it's over. I was like, that was cool because
I did like that
because the whole time you're like, oh, they're doing it and they're showing it, blah blah blah. Here it is, and then at the very end it was like, but until I do that, like, you have my love or whatever. I was like. So it hasn't happened yet? Shit. So, like, we don't even know what's going to happen.
Still right there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like his dream.
I would have preferred something more like that before they kill the family and stuff.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I would have preferred, like, maybe we envision the whole murder of the family and everything, but, no, actually, that didn't happen. You know?
The sound was also...
We're all locked in the basement.
Right.
They all ended up getting locked in the basement permanently.
Right.
Yeah.
And... they're stuck there forever, and they're envisioning like getting out and killing the family and running away, or something like that. That's kind of what I was hoping. Yeah. Like that lady and that guy had get out and lock the whole other family down there. It's like, this is what you get for what you've done,
right?
And now you're stuck down here.
I guess I really liked how he juggled it, but I think overall I would have liked to have seen 1 or 2 different genres blend, and that's it, instead of like a lot of different stuff. Because at the end of it, it's like. It was good. I thought overall it was funny more than anything, honestly.
Yeah. No, I
but,
a lot.
But the sound with the violence.
The what?
The sound that he used during violent scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It almost felt turned up.
Oh,
like when
I didn't catch that.
When the old nanny's walking upstairs and she pushes her.
Oh, when she does her
downstairs.
I was like, oh,
like, wow, bowling ball just hit the...
Yeah, next time you guys watch it, the sound...
Oh, no, I definitely heard that. Yeah. I definitely heard those things.
Not just that scene.
Or the rock hitting his freaking head.
The stabbings, like, I just feel like...
Yeah, I didn't notice the stabbings, but the big blunt moments, I was like, Jesus.
Yeah. Hats off for like legit letting him just hit him with the rock point blank again.
Yeah,
I do wish
not
he
just
died.
showing it, just like
Yeah, the
Oh,
fact that he
God
survived too. The fact that he survived. That's just another like twist on like you think a rock that big.
Yeah.
one of my favorite shots of the whole movie is after the chaos happens actually though, and the little girl has him on her back, and she's like, when the
Yeah,
the cat,
yeah.
she has him on her back, and he's
Right.
like bleeding. She's
Yeah.
like holding him. She's so small, and he's just like hanging on her. That was my favorite shots of the whole thing. So that adds to why I didn't take that ending that seriously, though. My favorite shot of that ending that was like this brutal, like violent thing was the funny part of it.
Well, the other
That's
funny
the only thing that sticks out to me from that
It's
part.
like there's trying to be this big climactic, violent thing,
Mhm.
and the dad goes. So it's like, how are you supposed to take? You're not.
Yeah.
It's kind of leaving it to like.
This is just
The
a joke.
viewer, yeah.
It's
However,
just like a
like
joke.
obviously, it's just a big parody of this situation almost.
Yeah.
Like it's not even, yeah. Because at the end of the day, like there's these crazy hardcore like scenes we're getting of violence, and then all of a sudden the dad who literally just it's his wife or was it his daughter?
The daughter dies.
Yeah, the daughter's bleeding in front of him, and the thing he does is, oh shit, that guy like really smells. So it's like, what the. It's like it's your daughter dying, and the thing you're gonna do is cover your nose. Anyways, so.
They were a handsome couple, though. The
That
rich
mom.
people. I was gonna say she is super
Yeah.
good looking.
Yeah, you guys are both. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Don't tempt me.
I'm not like. I'm not
Don't
racist.
tempt me.
I'm not racist. I just.
No, are you
You
sure?
just
Because
what?
she was
I'm
super
just-
hot.
Just what?
I'm just white. I'm just white, and they're different.